ready for some football?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Thick and Thin Sports Cast with your hosts, Nate Hanks and Travis Watson. We're here to talk all things sports and just have a good time. Listener beware, there may be some adult language. Now, let's get to the show!
How's it going, Nate?
It was great until like 30 seconds ago.
I think I actually need to turn the camera now that I'm looking at it.
We're going to just get better and better as all this just keeps on going. I thought we ironed out all of our little issues, but apparently we did not.
No, not all of them.
Anyway.
I just didn't want to have the game on the corner and then I just get flagged for that.
Well, I was just talking about our just the fact that we managed to mess up our notes for the first time ever. Our everything just kind of got jacked up.
Yeah, it was bad on ours.
Everything tonight just feels weird. Nothing feels right. You moved shit on me. Oh my God, I'm so confused. I don't like this. Like, all right, we're about to go quiet for a second because I got it. This is what we do when we're live, apparently.
They can hear us, but we can't hear them.
Right. Am I here? I am
Yeah.
there. Okay. Maybe
we couldn't hear each other. That's the
right.
thing.
I'm not going to freak out. I'm not going to freak out. I'm not going to freak out. I swear I'm not going to.
You'll be okay.
I'll be fine. All right. Hi. How's it going?
It's okay.
Oh, my God. So we have a very just busy show this week.
Yes, we do.
Very busy. A lot. I went kind of crazy, and I got a bunch of news and all kinds of other stuff. And
yeah, you kind of went insane, actually.
yeah, and what's funny is, so generally we have everything on a screen over here for those that can watch. But somehow we managed to mess up our notes, and I have what's actually here
And
on my little screen, and he has, like, the only thing that's accurate on yours is what you put in.
Yeah, apparently.
Because, I have updated scores and everything from today.
Well, I checked today, so everything looked good.
Well, yeah, but see, if you see how it says as of 20 November,
oh, yeah.
if you scroll down, that's how I know it's been updated.
It's old.
So if you keep going down, like I've moved this to somewhere else, that's of 21. So
So some of it came through and some of it didn't.
Yeah.
I wonder if I was editing the same time you were editing it.
Maybe. So anyway.
Anyhow.
So like always, we're going to have our random sports update. And then, hang on. God, you move shit. Hang on. I'm here. Nate's spectacular sports spectacle of sensational significance. Oh, hang on.
Can't say it tonight.
Oh, hang on. Here we go. Nate's spectacular sports spectacle of sensational significance.
Second time was the charm, right?
Yeah, and I didn't do it all the way. So it should have been more like this.
That's okay.
Today
Tomorrow.
will be the day.
I don't know the rest of
Yeah, I got nothing. Anyway, so there we go.
So everybody that's here, hi.
And then we'll have the around the NFL news, so around the league, your Patriots news, the Week 11 recap, or Week 12 power rankings, playoff picture, Week 12 picks. So it's a lot. It's a lot to digest.
Yes, it is.
So yeah. So I think you have.
I have some of it.
Scroll down. Okay, so
yeah, you do.
we're not gonna go off of that yet.
All right.
So the first thing is LeBron James. LeBron James managed to set a new record in the NBA, becoming the first player to score a triple-double, which I had no idea what a triple-double was, so I had to Google that as well. Do you know what a triple-double is?
Not really.
Okay, so for those that don't watch basketball, it's the achievement of a double-digit total in 3 of 5 statistical categories: assists, blocks, points, rebounds, and steals over the course of a single game. So he managed to do this versus all 30 teams. The record-setting game happened during the Tuesday night's game against the Oklahoma City Thunder. So I think that's fairly significant.
Yeah, that's quite interesting. He's the first one ever, really?
Mm-hmm.
The team's just getting easier now than they used to be, because back in the day, there was a lot more top-tier players, I think, that just kept you from being able to do this?
I would think it'd be more difficult now than then, because everybody's just kind of getting stronger and faster, and like the Steve Austin.
Yeah, but I look at like the old days. You had multiple top tier players. You had Bird over at the Celtics. You had Jordan over the Bulls. You had Magic Johnson. You had Shaquille O'Neal. You had
Scottie Pippen.
yeah, Scottie Pippen. You had all these phenomenal players all over. So I guess it would have been harder back then, because now you have maybe 3, 4 like game changer players now compared to what it used to be.
I don't know.
No,
I don't follow basketball enough.
not anymore. But
Not ever. So moving on from one sport that I don't follow to another one, Jimmie Johnson, the seven-time Cup Series champion, will retire at the end of the 2020 season when his contract with Hendrick Motorsports is up. Johnson, 44, won his record-tying 7th title in 2016, but hasn't won a race since June of 2017. He's currently mired in the longest winless streak of his career.
wow,
So,
he used to be a big racer. He was up there with who's the guy who put himself into a wall? Now I'm gonna draw a blank.
don't they all?
No. Like, well, he died from hitting a wall.
Dale Earnhardt.
Yes.
I had to think of Junior.
Yes. So it's like he's been around since that time. So I'm kind of surprised. Well, am not surprised that he's retiring.
Wasn't Jimmie Johnson the driver for Home Depot? I feel like he was the Home Depot car.
I think he was for a little while.
Is he not anymore?
I don't think so.
Well, there's one way to find out. Lowe's.
Lowe's, okay.
Who knew?
Well, kind of like Home Depot.
Very much so, just different smocks.
Yep.
Well, they wear a smock. Home Depot wears aprons.
Yes. Orange and blue.
Yes, that too. Color scheme is way different.
All right. So what else you got?
That's it. That's all the outside news, because everything else is very outside of like standings and all that. It's very NFL based.
Right. Well, it's the time of the year.
It is. Man, like it's just this show is just rickety. We're not on it today at
No.
all. Oh,
Let's hope next week's a little bit better. We'll have to figure out what we're gonna do for next week and let everybody know.
yeah, I feel like I don't know. I don't know why we're not just doing as well as we normally will.
No, we suck again.
Maybe we need funny.
Maybe.
I blame the configuration. That's what I blame.
You blame the configuration.
Everything just feels weird tonight. I don't know what it is.
Well, it's because if I do a drop and you won't turn me up, it won't work.
Hey, I got this. My dad was a TV repairman. He had an ultimate set of tools. Oh, hi, puppy. All right, so I did make a change to make this a little bit easier. But do you want to go ahead and read the NCAA stuff?
Well, I thought you said the NCAA was updated and the hockey was all right.
No, this is good. That's
Okay.
Nobody played last night, so we're good.
Yes, Jern, it is all your fault. All right, so NCAA football leaders by the conference, which there are many. We have the American East leader is the Cincinnati Bearcats with an 8-1 record. Then we have the American West leader being the Memphis Tigers with a 9-1 record. They bumped SMU Mustangs into second place this week with the exact same record, so I don't really sure.
So I think it goes by the power ranking. So the Cincinnati Bearcats, they're ranked at number 19. Memphis Tigers are 18, and the SMU Mustangs are number 25.
Okay, so
that's
it's
what
more
those
of
little
a power rankings than it is a actual records.
I think
ranking.
so. At least that's where I'm going to go with, because there's some of these things, like there's a couple of sports in here that's like, how is that even possible?
Right.
So I got nothing.
Then we have the ACC Atlantic is the Clemson Tigers. They're ranked third and they have an 11-0 record. Then we have the ACC Coastal with the Virginia Cavaliers, 7-3 record. Big 12, the Oklahoma Sooners with a 9-1 record bumped the Baylor Bears with also a 9-1 record in the second place because of the power rankings. Then we have the Big 10 East. The Ohio State Buckeyes stay in the first spot with a 10-0 record. Then the Big 10 West, the Minnesota Golden Gophers, your favorite team of all, with a 9-1 record.
Hell yeah, the Golden Gophers for the win.
Then we have the CUSA East. The Marshall Thundering Herd took back first place from the Florida Atlantic Owls, who are also 7-3. The CUSA West, the Louisiana Tech Bulldogs, are 8-2. The Independent FSB. FBS. That's some BS.
This shit's funny. Look, just read it how it is.
Somehow the 5-6 Army Black Knights are in first place over the Liberty Flames, who are 6-4. The BYU Cougars are 6-4, and the 16th ranked Notre Dame Fighting Irish are 8-2. How are the Notre Dame lower than a 5-6 team? That does not make sense.
It's college.
This is why I don't like college football. It makes no sense at all. There's no rhyme or reason behind it. Then we have the MAC East. Miami, Ohio. Redhawks are 6-4. Then we have the MAC West is the Western Michigan Broncos with 7-4. Then we have the MW Mountains, Boise State Broncos, ranked 20th with a 9-1. Then we have the MW West is the San Diego State Aztecs with an 8-2. Pac-12 North, Oregon Ducks, 9-1. Pac-12 South, Utah Utes with a 9-1. The SEC East, Georgia Bulldogs, 9-1. The SEC West, LSU Tigers, 10-0. Actually, I caught one of their games the other week when I was at my parents' house. They are looking actually really good this year.
Are they?
Yeah, my parents always like to watch Louisiana State's games for some odd reason. Well, I think it's because my dad's from there, but he doesn't watch. My mom watches, so it makes it a little weird.
Maybe she just likes to look at young men in tight pants.
Maybe.
Your dad's not a spring chicken anymore.
No, well, neither is my mom, so.
Well, yeah, that's why she's looking at young guys running around in tight clothes.
You should have seen it when I won a Pats tickets when I was in the 4th grade. She appreciated being down in that field. Then we have the Sun Belt East, the Appalachian State Mountaineers with a 9-1. And last and not least, the Sun Belt West, Louisiana Raging Cajuns.
Oh, you're not saying it right.
Raging Cajuns.
There you go.
With a 2-2 record. They've only played 4 games. That's
Did I mess up on something?
Have they only played 4 games total? That can't be right.
That doesn't feel right. Hang on. Yes. Hang on. Bear with me here.
That does not make any sense at all. Everybody else has at least like 8 games.
Standings. Oh, the Texans are up by 3.
Yep.
Raging Cajuns, all the way down the bottom. They are 8-2.
8-2. Okay, that makes a little more sense.
I don't know how I missed that one, but my bad.
Well, since I'm here, I'll update that.
I mean, do you have to?
Makes me feel better.
All right.
So, what's next on your list of inaccuracies, things that we got?
You're good.
All right, so next we got the basketball standings. In the Eastern Conference, we have the Boston Celtics with an 11-3 record. Then we have the Milwaukee Bucks with 11-3. And then with the Miami Heat, 10-3. The Toronto Raptors are 10-4. And the Philadelphia 76ers are 9-5. Over in the Western Conference, we have the LA Lakers, where LeBron is, last I checked, with a 12-2 record. Then we have the Denver Nuggets 10-3, the Houston Rockets 11-3, the LA Clippers 10-5, and the Dallas Mavericks bumped the Utah Jazz with a 9-5 record. The Jazz still have a 9-5 record, but they have been bumped in the 6th. Do I need to give you more time so you can get all your sounds right?
You're good.
Ugh. So, when it comes to hockey standings, the Eastern Conference has 2 different conferences, and so does the Western Conference. But we compile the list best we can figure as who is in first and who is in second place and whatnot between each part of those conferences. So, in the Eastern Conference, we have the Washington Capitals, 16-4. They're first in the Metropolitan Conference. Then we have the New York Islanders with a 15-3. They are the second in the Metropolitan Conference. Third, we have the Boston Bruins with 13-3. They're first in the Atlantic Conference. Then we have the Carolina Hurricanes with the 13-7. They're third in the Metropolitan Conference. And then we have the Florida Panthers, who are 11-5, second in the Atlantic Conference. Seems like one conference had more game than the other. Because when I was looking at all the Metropolitan Conference had a lot more games compared to the Atlantic Conference. Kind of interesting. So over in the Western Conference, we have the St. Louis Blues, first overall with 13-4. They are also first in the Central Conference. Then we have the Edmonton Oilers with a 14-6 record, and they're first in the Pacific Conference. Then we have the Colorado Avalanche with a 13-6, and they're second in the Central Conference. And the Arizona Coyotes are 13-7 and third in the Pacific Conference. Who's second in the Pacific Conference?
Oh, hey, we found an error. Hang on. So we got St. Louis Blues first and first. Edmonton Oilers are second and first. Colorado Avalanche is third and second. Arizona Coyotes are fourth and second. So the Coyotes are second.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Yep. So we found another snafu. My bad. Let's blame me.
Let's blame you.
Yeah.
I'll have to make up next week's one beforehand.
Hey, we've been good.
We have been good.
It's gonna be okay. We got this. No big deal. I got it.
We'll figure it out. We'll do it live.
It's just. Just kidding.
And then fifth, we have the Winnipeg Jets with a 13-8, and they're third in the Central Conference.
Do you think we should just start over? Start from scratch. Just.
We'll cancel it. We'll start over.
Yep. No big deal. We got this. Where was I going?
I don't know. Where were we going?
I don't know.
So news from around the NFL league and whatnot.
Oh.
Get the hell out of here.
All right. You ready for this?
I'm ready.
All right. So we're going to start with the worst of the worst. And then hopefully we can progressively get better. So running back Mark Walton was cut by the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins cut their former fourth-round draft pick, Mark Walton, on Tuesday morning after being charged for aggravated battery on a pregnant woman. According to police reports, Walton pushed the woman into a wall and punched her several times in the face/head. The woman told police that she was 5 weeks pregnant and Walton was the father, in which she told him about the pregnancy on Sunday. Walton was booked into the Broward County Jail, which is in Florida. Now, this is what really just kind of went over the crazy end for me and why he was even playing.
Yeah.
So Walton has had several legal issues prior to this incident, including 6 months of non-reporting probation for felony charge of carrying a concealed weapon in March, arrest that was reduced to a second-degree misdemeanor open carry charge after pleading no contest. Then was arrested after being in a car chase with police, which led him into a plea deal to decrease his maximum length of his jail sentence from 5 years to 60 days. Then, then Walton pleaded guilty to resisting arrest and reckless driving and had a misdemeanor marijuana charge dismissed from a March arrest. Walton also had a drug charge from a January arrest and a battery charge from February arrest dismissed, And lastly, he had to attend driving school after a reckless driving plea.
No!
Like, how many chances can somebody get?
I don't know, but if that was any of us, we would have been in jail since the first time.
Yeah, like, people get in more trouble for less.
Oh yeah, we do.
And this dude just keeps getting. Oh, you know what? You play for the Dolphins. All right, you know what?
They suck, but that's okay. They could use all the help they can get.
Yeah, no big deal. You know, we got this.
Joey, have you ever been in a Turkish prison?
Oh shit!
All right. Where are you? Oh, I guess I'm gonna keep going.
Yeah, because I missed a lot apparently.
Yeah, you did. So Carly Lloyd, do you remember who Carly Lloyd is?
Oh yes, she's the professional soccer player who went and kicked the field goal after taking like 20 steps back, but she made it through the uprights from like 35 yards.
55.
Out. 55.
55. Okay. So Carly Lloyd, 2-time World Cup champion and 2-time gold medalist, says she is serious about pursuing an NFL kicking job after the 2020 Olympics. Lloyd said on the Rich Eisen show yesterday, "This isn't just a publicity stunt or something that this is in quote, by the way, something that I'm having fun. Just string the media along. I know that I can do it. I know that I have the mental capacity in pressure situations. I know that there would be loads of people that want to see me fail. That's no different than my entire career. I definitely want to entertain it, but I want to be good at it. I want to be able to do it. That's ultimately what it comes down to. There's obviously a lot of other things that are a bit challenging, with big men on the line and people running at you.
Yep.
But if I can help pioneer and break down some doors for other women in the future, that would be amazing." So what do you think about that? So 2021 is when she'd probably be looking.
Well, supposedly she wants to try for next year.
Yeah.
So, it's hard to say whether she's actually truly trying to go for it or whether it is a publicity stunt. Because all of a sudden, she went from winning the World Cup, and then all of a sudden she was on a field goal trying to kick. Well, she was on a football field kicking field goals.
You need to make love to the microphone.
Am I not loud enough for you?
No, because you pull away when you're talking.
I don't know. Maybe I just don't like things rubbed against my chin.
Lies. Do you not see me like adjust this and like continuously just get into it?
I try.
Love your microphone. Make love to it.
Anyhow.
It's all about cunnilingus.
Ugh. So it's hard to say whether she's actually in fact being honest with herself about this or not.
I hope she does. I think
it'd be fun to watch.
It would be. She could be, I don't know if she'd be capable of being a punter or just a kicker or a punter.
She would have to be basically a place kicker.
Right. That was what I was looking for. Thank you.
Yes, because the way she lines up to kick a soccer ball is the way a place kicker kicks a football. If she was a goalie, she could be a punter, but she's not. She's not a goalie, so she's not used to dropping a ball and kicking it while it's in air. So, I think she would have to be a place kicker, and she would have to properly learn how to do the steps, because you can't take a 7-yard run up to a field goal.
You can if you're doing kickoffs.
Kickoffs, yes, but it's not. It's very rare that you are only a field goal kicker.
You mean a kickoff kicker?
Yeah, well, just a kickoff
kicker.
Because
I notice a lot of times there's a lot of the Colts.
Colts.
They have their punters. Their kickoff.
Right, and so right now, so is the Patriots.
Yep.
So it's
So it's not uncommon.
It's not uncommon.
I'm sure she could be capable of being a punter.
Punter is a little bit harder.
Well, yeah, because it's all about accuracy and dropping it.
Right.
Well, extra point. Place kicker is accuracy and stuff too, but
right. But there's a lot more. You're more likely to get hit as a punter than you are as a.
It's true.
Field goal kicker.
Now, let's say she gets in the league.
Yep.
Do you think that a defensive lineman will take it easier on the approach to prevent extra points or something than a normal kicker because you can't hit the kicker anyway.
Right.
So do you think that they're going to be more cautious because it's a woman, or do you think that they would just be, hey, it's a person in pads, I'm going to hit this, try to...
Well, I'll tell you from experience, I played against plenty of girls that played football, and if you try to take it easy on them, they'll take advantage of it. You have to treat them like because they're there because they want to be treated like every other player on the field. They're not there to be treated like anybody else. So they want to be hit the same way you'd hit another player. Well, a guy player, male player. And if anybody that plays football has usually come up at least against one female, and they have fully invested in hitting them like they would anybody else.
Now, okay, so now let's say she makes it.
Yep.
She decides to go for it.
She actually makes it.
Who do you think would give her a chance?
Somebody that needs a field goal kicker badly.
Patriots.
Right now, we actually have our field goal kickers doing pretty well. Our replacement for the replacement's doing very well, actually, I should say.
But the other thing, too, is I feel like the kicker market is so small.
It is. It is the smallest market you can be.
Right. So it's such...
It's the 1% of the 1% of the 1%.
Right. It's in a very low demand.
Right.
So it's like, who would gain the most out of it, essentially? Because, again, I know it's not supposed to be a publicity stunt, but it's a publicity... fucking A.
Which teams aren't selling out? Those are the teams that might actually want it.
Washington. And we're going to talk about this.
Yes. So those are the kind of teams that would want a publicity stunt that could actually produce something.
Oh, my God. I have so much news compared to what you...
Yeah, you do.
I just started scrolling down. I was like, oh, right. I want to talk about this, too. Did you pull my audio that I asked for?
No, you didn't send me any audio to pull.
Yes, I did.
When did you send me it?
Bitch, I told you I needed the Kaepernick interview audio.
Oh, no, I didn't pull that.
God.
Can you do it live?
I'm sure I could probably do it live, but it's going to be hard because I'm reading this shit, too.
Well, let me see if I can find that
Mother trucker, you know what? All right, so while you do that, I'll read the brawl in Cleveland. So last Thursday, after coming off the air, there was a major brawl during the Browns-Steelers game, which led to defensive end Myles Garrett removing quarterback Mason Rudolph's helmet and hitting him in the head with it. Since that incident, Garrett had received an indefinite suspension, with being at least for the rest of the season, including postseason. Steelers center Marquise Pouncey was suspended for 3 games, and defensive lineman Larry Ogunjobi for 1 game, though I think Marquise Pouncey got reduced from 3 to 2 games. Additionally,
I found it.
Additionally, both teams were fined $250,000 each. Myles Garrett filed an appeal yesterday and was in meetings with the NFL for about an hour and a half. During the appeal, Garrett claimed that Rudolph called him a racial slur, which under further investigation, it was deemed that you have it.
Yeah, I found yours.
See, look.
But it's not the ones that I had updated, so.
Yeah. The league investigated it, and there was no substantial evidence to support his case. Mason Rudolph spoke to reporters yesterday as well to take responsibility for what happened last week, saying, "I should have done better job of keeping my cool in that situation," Rudolph said. "In retrospect, I put Marquise Pouncey, one of my best teammates I've ever had, in a tough spot, as well as my other teammates." So there was that.
There's that.
That literally happened right after we ended.
Yes, like 25 minutes maybe, if that. And it was watching it live was like, what the hell is going on here? And next thing you knew, his helmet was off. The offensive lineman's trying to grab a hold of him. The quarterback is going after him. So I think it's Rudolph was the one that went after him.
It was just insane.
It was a high school schoolyard brawl where one guy's trying to get one person off the other, and the biggest dude out there is making sure that the little dude doesn't get hurt. And then he gets fined because he laid on top of him to make sure that he didn't try to hit him again with the helmet and whatnot.
So I think
I don't see how that shouldn't have happened. So next day after that next morning, all of a sudden there was these idiots getting on their Twitter being like, "Hey, what does this make you feel about your child playing youth football?" Dude, this has nothing to do with youth football, and any coach that has taught a player to do that should be brought out into the field and shot.
So I don't know if you know this, but I have the audio of what Mason Rudolph said to Myles Garrett.
Really?
You ready to hear it?
Ready.
Entire body, sir.
You are a smelly pirate hooker.
And he also said this.
Private parts at your aunties, you cheesy lot of second-hand electric donkey bottom biters.
Well, that explains why I hit him with the helmet.
Well, then after the helmet, he
Oh.
said this.
Not in your general direction. Your mother was a hamster, and your father smelt of elderberries.
I can't believe I was able to pull this audio that nobody else
Really?
could get. And
That's better than the NFL.
right? I mean, it was pretty awesome.
But I didn't hear anything racial in there, so.
No. See? And that's what the NFL said.
But yeah, whenever I heard that, one of these douchebags was trying to bring youth football into this, it was just like, why? Why are you doing that? Because this has nothing to do with youth football. There's not a single coach in youth football anywhere that would say that this is a good idea.
Oh, won't somebody please think of the children?
Well, considering they're trying to ban it, yeah, that's why I'm thinking of the children, because it shouldn't be a state ban. It should be like, if your parents don't want you to play, well, you have to bring that up with your parents. This isn't.
We're running out of time.
Surely there must be something you can do.
I'm doing everything I can. And stop calling me Shirley.
But things like that should never have been brought into youth football. It was just ridiculous they brought that up with that.
Oh, that's why you're talking about youth football. Sorry. So now you want to read the? Did you have my?
I can't play the Kaepernick. I could play.
Oh,
the
okay.
Kaepernick. I forgot I had the audio available.
God, you have one job.
I was pulling up this. I thought you had pulled.
No, because I was talking. You
Oh.
read this. I'll get the other part.
So Jay-Z and Kaepernick. Oh, our favorite people in the whole wide world. Jay-Z pushed for Kaepernick workout after talking reputation hit. Do you type it in English?
Taking.
Oh,
There's no L in taking.
After taking
And you're wearing your glasses.
doesn't mean I know to speak the English.
Oh my goodness.
Maybe I should just pull the audio.
It would have been easier for you.
Although I don't know which audio you wanted, so it wouldn't have helped. You gotta send me links. A reputation hit. A report during the week said that Jay-Z had a role in setting up the workout. On Friday, Dan Patrick said on his radio show that he heard Jay-Z pressured the league to hold the Kaepernick workout. DP?
Dan Patrick.
Oh, okay. Suggested that Jay-Z pushed for the workout because of the Magic Mongol took a reputation hit
Mogul. Music mogul.
Took a reputation hit after partnering with the league. Play post Kaepernick workout.
Let's see if I found it. Maybe. Hang on.
You knew what you were looking for more than I did.
Yeah, we got 30 minutes of a commercial, so. Oh, I can't play I can't even play a drop right now because I'm muted. Thank you. Nope, this isn't even it either.
No, that's just the
God.
workout.
Oh,
You're looking for the interview.
I am looking for the. Here we go. I got it
Yeah,
right here.
you should type in interview.
I did.
Telling the truth. That's what we want in everything. I've been ready for 3 years. I've been denied for 3 years. We all know why I came out here, showed it today in front of everybody. We have nothing to hide. So we're waiting for the 32 owners, the 32 teams, Roger Goodell, all of them to stop running. Stop running from the truth. Stop running from the people. We're out here. We're ready to play. We're ready to go anywhere. My agent, Jeff Nally, is ready to talk to any team. I'll interview with any team at any time. I've been ready. I'm staying ready. And I'll continue to be ready. And to all the people that came out here today to support, I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. To the people that aren't here, I'm thinking of you. I appreciate you supporting from where you are. We'll continue to give you updates as we hear. We'll be waiting to hear from Roger Goodell, the NFL, the 32 teams. We'll let you know if we hear from them. Ball's in their court. We're ready to go.
Oh, no! We suck again!
I feel like you missed your opportunity.
Oh, no! We suck again!
He's ridiculous.
So he gives he was given an opportunity.
Yeah, and then he changed it.
Yes. So I guess
Last
ultimately,
minute.
right. So I guess ultimately the problem was the NFL wasn't going to allow media presence. I guess that was the problem. So Kaepernick, because the NFL wanted to do a closed video training,
Right.
where the NFL,
More like the way that they do the when the college kids show up. Draft for the draft.
Right.
They that workout they do before the draft.
right, but that was
combine.
right, but that's on TV and shit. So what their plan was it was a private workout where only the NFL cameras were allowed. The NFL itself was going to produce the video and send it to all 32 teams. Kaepernick wanted it where anybody could see it, and then everybody, the news media, has full view of the actual workout. So it's kind of like everybody gets to see his caliber, gets to see what he does, and if he doesn't get hired or get brought back in, he showed proof that he's capable of, playing at the elite level, and they're just blacklisting him still from being able to play. So that's why he did that audible. But I think with this interview at the end, it just kind of shows like he's kind of pompous and
He's
like
still a child.
yeah, he hasn't grown like, hey, I know I'm very appreciative of this opportunity. I understand that there's been issues, and I'm still going to fight for these, against police brutality and equal rights and all these things. He just kind of went into like, yeah, no, I can still play. I knew I could still play, and this shows that the NFL is just doing me wrong, and like,
Yeah.
it's just
There's not a team out there that wants to hire you if you're going to be a pompous little prick, and they're not going to pay you what you want.
right.
Because there are teams that offered him second string money
Mm-hmm.
when that year that after his little kneeling incident, and he didn't want to take it because he decided that he was a top tier, should get paid hundreds of millions of dollars quarterback when he's not. Even when he was
American winning machine. If you ain't first, you're last.
Oh, he was last, all right.
He is now, yeah. I mean, I don't know.
Oh, no!
You like that one, huh?
That's not the one I was looking for.
I used to date a guy named Hoppy down in Alabama. He was quite a jumper, too.
Get out of this slimy mud hole.
Mud hole? Slimy? My home this is!
You're using my own drops against me. How dare you?
This is not the drop you're looking for.
It wasn't.
Speaking of, I can't wait till December 20th. That is going to be a good day.
Shitter was full!
That's the other one I was looking for.
What's December 20th?
You don't know what happens December 20th?
Krampus?
No.
Hanukkah?
No.
Yom Kippur?
No.
Druid's Day?
No. Star Wars Day.
That's May the 4th.
No. The final Star Wars comes out December 20th.
So, interesting caveat. So, the Medford Drive-In
Really?
is doing Star Wars.
Really?
Yeah. On the 20th. They're staying open all through winter, and they're going to do Star Wars at the drive-in.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
For anybody that cares.
I do. I care. Anyhow, so what we got next in this thing?
It is a bit nipply out. I mean nippy out.
Oh, it will be.
What did I say? Nipple?
All right. So, NFL ticket prices. I shared this on my Facebook page, and I had to share it with everybody. I don't know if you want to try to put that on that. I don't know if you can do that or not.
If I can get 1 second.
You can have all the seconds you want.
Here, you talk about something.
So, no shit. There I was. Knee deep in hand grenade pins. Sports.
Okay, zoom out, eh? This movie was shot in 3B. 3 beers and it looks good, eh?
Gotta love Canada.
Oh, I love that movie. I cannot wait. I gotta watch it.
I don't remember what movie that's from.
Strange Brew.
Strange Brew.
Bob and Doug McKenzie.
Is that the one you had me get?
I don't know. Maybe. I always find that I get uncomfortable while I'm sitting, and then I watch myself on the screen, and it feels like I'm just like trying to like pluck a wedge out of my ass, and on camera, it just makes me feel very uncomfortable. Just thought everybody should feel that way, or hear it, or whatever. Oh, I think I found another audio from the fight.
From the fight?
Yeah, you.
Drop water. I fart in your general direction.
Mm.
Oh, there's a cat. A black cat is taking the field. A black cat is running from the 20 to the near side, the 10. From the 39 in Dallas, here's a short throw down the
I feel like I shouldn't have asked.
No, you shouldn't have asked.
All right.
All right.
Are you ready? No?
No.
No? So should we not even do it now?
I just gotta remember which one it was.
I feel like we just...
Window capture, there it is.
I don't know, but they've stopped playing. The players with hands on hips are watching the cat run and
When I dip, you dip, we dip.
The black cat is at the other end of the field. He's at the end.
Hey, there we go. All right, so for those that are watching, go ahead and do the... So I was just curious on the ticket prices for this weekend's games. And if you take a look at 4 from the bottom, if you live in the DC area, you have no reason not to go see the Detroit Lions play the Washington Redskins. It's $6.
$6.
$6 for a ticket to go see that game. Like, why are people not showing up? I don't get it. I don't understand it. And then if you look at the Patriots, it's $318 to go to a game. Like,
wow.
That's not even including parking. And then God forbid if you get thirsty.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I just, when I saw these prices, I was like, look at tonight's game, $27. Tampa Bay, Atlanta, $28. Denver, Buffalo, $22. Pittsburgh, Cincinnati, $30. Miami, Cleveland, $27. Oakland, New York, $42. Jacksonville, Tennessee, $26.
26.
All those games are very reasonably priced.
Yeah.
How are people not going to football games?
Yeah. Why aren't those places sold out?
Actually, think about this. Detroit and Washington, right? $6 to get in, $6 a beer. You're going to pay the same amount to go to the game and parking as it's going to cost you to drink a beer.
Is it at Washington?
Yes.
We can make that trip.
Like,
I would love to see what it costs when New England or when like San Francisco play at these places.
I got nothing. And I don't even know why I just thought about looking. And what's crazy is after I put this on our agenda,
yeah,
I've heard other people talking about it. Like,
really?
There's some news article about how going to a Redskins game is cheaper than a cup of coffee. It's just, if you're a fan and you can make it to a game, why wouldn't you go?
Right.
That's how I was when I was in Tampa. The Red Sox were playing. I was like, it's $50 for parking and the game. Why wouldn't I go?
Right.
Especially when you go to the Fenway and it's what, $100 and something a ticket?
Yeah.
And then $50 to park? I don't get it. But I felt like I just had to share that with everybody.
Let's fix that later.
Holy shit.
Whoa, that was loud.
After the spanking, the oral sex.
And speaking of the oral sex, I believe we are going to recap? No.
No, we have a little bit more news.
Oh, hang on.
How did this get on there? So you must have still had yours open, because I did that this morning, and then I added no. That was last week, so somehow nothing got changed.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll make a new doc this week. All right. Anyhow, so we have a little bit more news from. Do you want to do your spectacular significance, or do you want to do the Pats stuff first?
Well, that's what we do. This is the order.
Right.
It's the order I have too.
All right. So.
Now it's time for Nate's Spectacular Sports Spectacle of Sensational Significance. So this week, I went ahead and found a sport that anybody can do.
Anybody can do?
Anybody can do this anywhere, preferably in a place in which there is a field goal post.
Well, that'd be key.
Or field goal posts. Really, you only need one. You need half like a football field. And 2 people. That's it.
2 people?
And this week's sport is Super Punt.
Super Punt?
Super Punt. S-U-P-A-P-U-N-T. Super Punt. Now, the rules are kind of confusing, so I suggest going into YouTube or whatever and searching Super Punt and actually watching it. So, essentially, you have a 2-meter band. Players are allowed to move sideways, so across the field behind the line created where the player gathers the ball. The players can move backwards or away from the opposition goal line while in possession of the ball, but they cannot move forward or towards the opposition goal line more than 2 meters while moving in to kick. If the ball is knocked forward, the return kick should be taken to the in line with the point of first contact. If the ball is knocked back, the return kick should be taken in the line where the ball is regathered. There is a 7-second rule. So from the time of first contact with the ball, a player is allowed no more than 7 seconds to return a kick. If contact with the ball is not made before the ball reaches the standstill, the 7 seconds will start at that time. So essentially what happens is you say I kick the ball to you.
Yep.
All right, you catch the ball. You have 7 seconds to kick the ball back to me.
Yeah.
You're defending your field goal post.
Okay.
So you kick it, I catch it, right? Or if it hits the ground, I touch it. I have 7 seconds to kick that ball back at you.
Okay.
So then you will re-kick the ball to me. The object is for me to get the ball through your uprights. If I get through your uprights, essentially that's 1 point.
Okay.
Or end of game, depending on how you're playing it. And then vice versa. So then you would swap sides, and then you would go again. And most points win.
Yeah.
Something to that effect. So it's a fairly simple game. I figured not everybody's going to go bathtubing.
Bathtubing sounded fun.
Not everybody's going to go extreme ironing.
That's more difficult.
And not everybody is capable of underwater hockey.
No.
So with Thanksgiving coming up and turkey bowls and all that stuff, this is a sport that anybody can do with their family. They can figure out a way
while
to
drunk.
Do it. Yeah, and it was established in Australia. And they use a rugby ball, but you can use a football. Again, fairly simple, not anything crazy, just something that I found was slightly interesting and not Tanzanian goat racing.
But Tanzanian goat racing sounds fun.
It is pretty awesome. It's a pretty crazy sport. But, yep, so that has been Nate's Spectacle of Significant Sports and Stuff. I have to read it. I just can't come off the
You haven't read it enough times?
No, I only read it once a week. Twice a week?
Twice a week. So, in Pat's news, what he doesn't care about, and I swear to God, I'm going to eat it.
Go ahead.
If he keeps doing drops. The Eagles game was...
I think you're a fucking idiot.
the Eagles game was not what we expected since both of their starting cornerbacks got back from injury before the game. The offense had problems moving the ball when they were not in the hurry up for 90% of the game. The one lone touchdown was thrown from Edelman to Dorsett. Dorsett was injured on that play and out of the rest of the game. N'Keal Harry was in at that spot for the rest of the game. N'Keal Harry actually had his first real game this week, so it was interesting. Edelman has had 6 passing attempts in his career, completing 5 of them, regular season and postseason, with 2 going for TDs and for a total of 141 yards between 2014 and 2019. That's not bad for a wide receiver. Nick Foles, our backup for the backup field goal kicker. Was perfect, 3 for 3 in this game also, and those were all coming in the first half while Nate was here. Once he left, we scored a touchdown. N'Keal Harry had 3 receptions, out of the 4 attempts for 18 yards. He said in an interview afterwards, "It was great to finally be out there and see what it was like." Also saying, "Got a lot to work on, but I'm excited moving forward." Mohamed Sanu Sr. didn't practice for the last 2 days with a high ankle sprain after the punt reception that he was injured on, which he did return during the game, but we all knew it looked like an nagging injury that could cause him to be out. Dorsett did practice today, but was limited as he is in the concussion protocol. So, in news that Nate absolutely doesn't want to talk about, but I'm going to make him talk a little bit.
Ignorant, blood-sucking, dog-kissing, brainless, dickless, hopeless, heartless, fat-ass, bug-eyed, stiff-legged, spotty-lipped, worm-headed sack.
And I'm pretty sure Mo is going to be happy that we're going to talk about it. Antonio Brown's meeting with the NFL lasted 8 hours last Thursday. First reports were that it must have gone well because on Tuesday he tweeted, "Mr. Kraft, I apologize sincerely to you and your organization. All I wanted was to be an asset to the organization. Sorry for the bad media and the drama. Thank you sincerely, AB." But he can't stay out of the drama too much because now today, Brown is countersuing a former female trainer who claimed in a civil suit that the ex-NFL wide receiver raped her on 3 separate occasions, our report said. Brown, 31, who has denied the allegations by Brittany Taylor, is suing the woman for defamation and interference with his NFL contract.
Are you? Oh no, you're on number 2. I was like, are you still on your first drink? Cause
no. According to documents obtained by ESPN.
Try remembering it exactly as I said it.
Staying ready, getting excited to get back on the field and inspire others, Brown wrote on Twitter on Thursday. So who would have interest in Brown if the threat of placement on the commissioner's exempt list disappears? Who do you think? All the top T, you have nothing? What if Green Bay picks him up? You gonna throw away your hats? Really? So who out there thinks that we're...
Oh, he loves me. Look, we're holding hands. Look,
Come on, you got to have an opinion.
Oh, no. I'd rather...
You're here to have a slight opinion, whether you want to talk to him about him or not. He is, right now, the crazy news.
Oh, look, I'd take Ray Rice back.
You'll take Ray Rice back?
Yeah, or fucking the dude that punched his girlfriend in the elevator and they got married. Who's that?
That was
Chris Brown?
You're Chris Brown among us.
I don't care about Antonio Brown. No. Who? Why? Why? Why do we need him?
Why do we need him?
Why does anybody need him?
Well, because he is probably one of the best receivers in the league right now. And he is a difference maker when it comes to being to plays.
Go on.
And he does produce quite a bit, and he is a veteran receiver that can apparently pick up a playbook fairly quickly, so he's not an idiot.
Oh, please he's not an idiot.
Well, he's an idiot, but he's not football dumb. He's mentally dumb. He's just not football dumb.
Look, I don't like Gronkowski, but I'd rather him come back.
The odds of him coming back are slim to none. Now he's having a party down in Florida
for the Super Bowl.
Yeah, for the Super Bowl. I thought that was on your list of things to talk about too.
No, it wasn't.
Oh.
It was on Gail's request to talk about his big news. But
so do you think after him apologizing, the Pats will bring him back?
No.
No?
No, why?
Because they are in desperate need of good wide receivers.
Then go grab Ocho Cinco. Go grab Terrell Owens.
But neither one of them worked.
I'd rather them than him. Go grab Michael Irvin.
No, him I'll take.
50-something-year-old that is well retired.
Hell, I wish we get no, was it not?
Even Jordy Nelson is not that far retired. Like, there is a lot of wide receivers that you can grab somewhere from anywhere.
Yes, but the problem is getting good wide receivers.
Here's the thing. If you keep messing up and you keep doing wrong things, why are you going to keep getting opportunities to be in the spotlight and be a positive example and to represent an organization like the NFL? You should be an upstanding citizen and somebody that is held to a higher standard than most anybody else.
So the Miami Dolphins football player?
He should have had that one chance. The fact that they kept giving him alibis is just, what the hell is the word? It's just sweeping it under the rug. Like, you're just encouraging him to know that he can do no wrong.
To continue being an idiot.
Right. Like, if a doctor is a respected member of society, a lawyer, say what you will, is a respected member of society. If your military is expected to be above and beyond and be a good steward of what it is to be an American and to be held by a higher standard, then a professional athlete is expected to do the same. You are a role model. You are somebody that is expected to hold good stewardship and set that example for the youth and as well as everybody else in your cities, your states, your country. You are a public figure, just like actors and actresses, like Harvey Weinstein. That turd burglar should be fucking castrated for all I care.
Instead, somebody got rid of him.
Right. Like, no, that's Epstein.
Oh,
so
I thought that's what you said.
No, Weinstein.
Oh, Weinstein.
So
a lot of Steens.
But to me, it's if you are publicly seen and seen as somebody that is to be respected and to be idolized, then you are, in fact, supposed to be held to the highest of standards. If you're incapable of doing that, then get the fuck out and go do something else. Go collect trash under an overpass because you don't deserve it.
It gets better. So
does it?
It does.
The heck you say?
So Christian Fourier at like 2:30 this afternoon was just saying that the Pats have been kicking the tires on Antonio Brown up with bringing him back. 10 national media outlets picked up that story instantly and said that that people should start picking them up on their fantasy teams.
Somebody said that Michael Irvin said Dallas should pick him up.
Right.
No. He doesn't deserve it. He does not deserve it.
Well, it was just funny that it took about 30 minutes before the national media said that they should that because Christian Fourier said, Christian Fourier, former Patriot, said that the Patriots were kicking the tires on Antonio Brown. That instantly they're like, I need to pick him up in my fantasy league. Oh, you should definitely pick him up. It was insane how fast those little words spread like wildfire. Yes, Mo, we are both wearing glasses.
Joey, you like movies about gladiators?
And the only reason I could see that they would pick him up is because that Dorsett's out with is most likely out with a concussion. Mohamed Sanu is banged up with an ankle injury, and so is Edelman with now this week a shoulder injury. And So when Brady was asked about the apology, he said, "I didn't put too much thought into it, but yeah, it's his choice and good for him." So who knows what's going to come out of this? We'll see next week, because more than likely we're not going to hear anything until the end of this week. Well, until after this week, whether he's picked by here or another team. But if another team picked him up, do you think they would be as scrutinized or defiled as the Patriots were when they picked him up? Or would everybody say, "Oh, so they gave him a second chance. They're doing right by him"?
Let me ask you this question.
Okay.
Who would you give a second chance first? Colin Kaepernick or Antonio Brown?
Antonio Brown.
Why?
Because
Antonio Brown essentially raped somebody, and didn't he pull his dick out and beat off behind her?
So
all Colin Kaepernick did was take a stance on police brutality and black rights and civil rights, and take a knee during the national anthem.
Well, Colin Kaepernick is also a dick,
and Antonio Brown isn't.
So there's actually more that's come out in the past couple of days because of this countersuit, is that they have proof that they had a long-term relationship during all these times that she is claiming the rape.
Right, and that was reported
with
when we first started
messages saying that that proving that this long-standing relationship was fully amicable.
So I guess essentially for me, and
it's looking more and more like she didn't get the money that she wanted to open up her gym. So, and because she didn't get that money, now she's just going after him for whatever money she can get.
This is what I'm going to say about the whole Antonio Brown thing, and this is like the last I want to talk about it.
Until he starts playing again?
No. It's like the Kardashians. I don't want to talk about them. If you talk about them, then people are going to be aware of them, and people don't need to be aware of them. Until everything is settled, the dust is cleared.
So in 5 years?
It doesn't need, he's a scumbag. I just don't want anything to do with him.
So automatically guilty
until proven innocent.
Gotcha.
Is the military way. You're guilty until you're proven innocent. Because, is apparently the NFL way too. Everybody dumped him.
Right.
Sponsors dumped him right away because in this era with the Me Too movement, all this, if you're accused of something like that, you're guilty.
Yeah.
And he didn't handle it in a mature way. If he handled it like, a decent human being when he was in Oakland and didn't beg and plead and go on social media to get traded and do all these wild antic stuff, it shows a lack of maturity.
Yeah.
So the fact that he has that lack of maturity, to me, seems like it's plausible that he could have done what he did.
Yeah.
So with that, I want to wait. I would take Kaepernick back in a second because he stood for something rather than being...
What do you mean he kneeled for something?
Semantics. But, I mean, though, in reality, in all honesty, when you go to, when I got deployed, and I don't like talking military stuff on these shows, but I'm going to go ahead and go that route. When you have a fallen soldier, the soldiers take a knee in front of the rifle and the boots and the helmet and the tags.
Yeah.
We do that as a sign of respect. So him taking a knee, honestly, to me, at first it bothered me, then I really thought about it. You could take that in two different ways. I, personally, if I see somebody taking a knee, and he has military family, because he was an Army brat,
right?
It's showing respect to the fallen. Though he was doing that in a protest to the fallen people that were police brutality or whatever. So I don't no longer see an issue with that. And
okay.
And that's why I am more okay with Kaepernick than I would be with Antonio Brown. Now, the fact that Colin Kaepernick is coming off very pompous and arrogant and angry, he needs to be humbled a little bit.
Yes.
It's okay to be humble and be like, you know what, I still stand for these things, but I do appreciate the NFL coming in and trying to rectify an issue that shouldn't have been an issue.
Right, but when he was doing this whole thing, his message was never the same at all through that whole entire kneeling thing. So it made him look like he was just a moron following the sheep and that he had no idea. He was just being told what to do, being like, "Hey, you should kneel because so and so was shot and it was police brutality." But then you come back, the video finds out that the kid actually had a gun, or this, that, and the other thing, and it turned to a much bigger issue because he was just basically following whatever he was told to do.
Right. So
and he didn't actually stand for anything. He was just following orders from whoever. And it was kind of hard for us to look at him and say, okay, he's standing up for rights when he's saying that all white people are these awful people, but when he was raised by white parents. So it's like he was, and that white people are so privileged. Well, he was
very
privileged.
Yeah.
He was more privileged than most of us around here, especially most of us that are listening, because he grew up in a rich part of California. He grew up with having everything, unlike what he didn't really know what he was talking about, and that's the problem.
So I think we're getting way too involved in this political, kind of climate for the type of show we run here.
Usually.
But I think
we do this once in a while.
But for me, it's, do I want to take somebody that took a knee in protest for something, or do I want to get somebody that may or may not, or did, but whether or not it was in an appropriate manner, did sexual assault to a woman? I would rather take somebody that has those strong beliefs for equality and those sort of things versus somebody, even if it was in a relationship, because if Gail says, no, I don't want to, want your penis inside of me, it's no. Like,
right.
Just because you're married doesn't guarantee you that you're going to have sex with your spouse.
Right.
The spouse can say no.
Speaking from experience, sounds like?
A little bit. So just because you're married to somebody doesn't mean that you can do sexy time.
Right.
Now, do I want somebody that obscured the sexy time rule, or do I want somebody that has core beliefs in equality and fairness? I'm going to take the equality and fairness because at least they are doing something with a right reason versus thinking with too much blood in a member.
So you're going to push for Green Bay to hire them both next year, right?
They can hire fucking Colin Kaepernick if they want. I don't care.
No, let's both of them, just so we have the yin and the yang.
No, I don't want Antonio Brown. We don't need him.
So they are actually one of the teams that have been rumored to be looking into him actually before the end of the season to make that final run. So,
blow it out your ass, lard mouth.
Nate, I want you to read this right here.
Oh, yeah.
The way it's written.
Nate is no longer the top dog of the head hunter of the big cheese.
No, nice and slow.
Nate is no longer the top dog. Head honcho, the big cheese, the master picker. I got beat by a woman.
By which woman?
Yo woman. And you know what? She straight took you to the woodshed.
Hey, all she cared about was beating you, and she did.
She did. But you know what? Why am I still reverbing? You never know unless you take chances.
Right.
And I took some chances. I took some big swings. But you know what? I still have a lot of green on that screen.
You do. And that whole entire time, the funny part is, I am fighting for the Los Angeles Chargers to win just so I can beat Germany. And Gail is over there rooting for the Kansas City Chiefs just so she can beat you.
Yeah, well.
That was our Monday night.
I started watching it, and I was like, oh, this is a really close game. And I was like, oh, I'm going to go to bed. I feel like the Chargers are going to win this. I wake up, I was like, oh.
Yeah. Literally, they beat themselves. We stayed up and watched that whole game. And the Kansas City, the Chargers, it was just bad. They beat themselves, really. That's what it came down to.
A lot of teams beat themselves this year. Oh, hi, Muppet. Good to see you.
All right, so I wanted to expand that a little bit because now that we have so many listeners.
We just had to come down here and listen.
Hang on. Come here. You got to talk in the microphone.
No, I don't need to talk in the
You're off screen, so you're good.
I just needed to come down and actually, physically listen to you admit that I beat you.
come talk in the microphone. Nobody can hear you from over there.
You can do it.
Come on. If I admitted that you beat me, then you need to come talk into this damn microphone.
Come on, you can do it.
Just a tip. You're going to be all right. What's wrong with you? Come back here. It's not
the redness is incredible.
It's not the first time you've had a cylindrical object that close to your mouth. It's like eating a hot dog. You'll be fine.
You're such an ass.
No, I have no idea what you're talking about. Look, I'm sharing a microphone with Travis, and it makes it look like we're making out. The least you can do is talking to this microphone that I slid to you off camera.
You did.
Look, no, you got to put it next to your mouth.
I did.
Right here.
Why?
Look, right here. Look, I'll talk with you. So what do you say? Hang on. I can't hear me.
I said I came down here because I needed to hear you in person admit that I beat you.
Yeah, but don't you listen upstairs, which is still in person?
No, I needed to physically see you admit that I beat you.
Well, I mean, it happens. We can't all be winners.
Well, your cousin Corey, if he had picked the Thursday night game beforehand, he would have
tied
lucked out and he would have tied
Stop getting
you.
away from the microphone. Come back.
I don't need to be.
You're not on air. You're on a microphone.
Yeah, you're definitely not being seen, so.
No, I know that.
Do you?
I do, because I have it.
You're so red. Why are you so red?
I bet she's got some funky delay going on, too, because she's listening to it after the fact.
I do.
You want my headphones, too? Here.
No, I don't need the damn headphones.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
I'm here for you.
That's nice.
So how do you think you're going to do this week?
Hopefully better than you.
All right. Well, you know.
See, she doesn't care about beating me. She just cares about beating you.
I do. Well, because I don't really have to worry about beating you.
It's because she beats you every night.
No, that's nothing new.
I've seen your bedroom. Lots of whips and chains.
Well, that's just while I'm sleeping.
Are you, though?
Yeah.
See, I feel like I can't hear me. Hang on, let me get on this side. There we go. Am I pulling the microphone? Hey.
There we go.
Hey, I'm going to go back to making it with you. Hi, I can hear me now. So, you think you're going to be... So, I sent her a message, and I said, I'm going to come at you like a spider monkey. So, enjoy this win while you can, because I may not go for these, like, risky shots and, just pick somebody that I think might win. I'm going to go full-blown and just go apeshit on you.
Good luck with that.
Hey, I got this. Look, I don't need to pull up statistics and professional things because I know that's what you're doing.
It is what I do.
You're not making your picks. You're going with like ESPN or Fox or something and saying, all right, what are the experts picking?
Well, it seemed to work last week.
It works.
Gail follows the philosophy of if you're not cheating, you're not trying.
Well, it's facts. If you're not cheating, you ain't trying.
All right, do we need to let you go?
Well,
are you officially embarrassed enough?
I am, but look how much green is on Mo's, and how did she pick hers?
God only knows how Mo picks hers.
I know how Mo picked hers. She asked Alexa.
Oh, yeah, this is I forgot that she asked Alexa.
She put Alexa did just fine.
Yeah, Alexa got her 11, so Alexa did better than me.
Collusion.
I'm good.
So that means me, Jeremy, and Nate are the only honest ones here because we picked by sheer willpower.
Are you sure you don't want to put this more in your mouth?
Positive.
You hear that a lot?
Lick your mic and you could get sick.
What?
Would you like me to lick your mic so you get sick?
I mean, is that what you do? I don't like your whole sex life just really came to light just now. Do you cry?
Often.
Just
holy crap!
Just hold me. Woo! Gail, you need to stay downstairs.
Go back upstairs. The Texans were winning. Everybody but Nate picks the Texans, so we need the Texans to win.
Yeah, stay longer.
All right. So, oh jeez, why is that all?
Did
My microphone is all weird now.
Since you moved it all.
It's because I had to share. Goddamn kindergartner telling me how to share. All right, we ready to go through this?
I think we're ready to go through this.
You know I don't like losing.
I know you don't like losing, but
I
it's
really
fun.
don't. What are you doing? So
I'm trying to fix because it's not showing all the way over to our latest listener that brought in
we're
his
not
picks.
even there yet.
We are at last week's picks.
Yeah, but he didn't pick last week.
He did pick last week.
Oh, all right. There was
not
another
your-
new one.
Yes, there was another new one.
Take it forever.
It's a pain to adjust these things when I forgot that I had to adjust them.
Dude.
We have all these sound effects.
We do.
And you-
Well, I was just thinking something almost moderately inappropriate, so it's fine. It's fine.
all right. Close. There we go. Okay. Now everybody's up here.
Are we ready?
We're ready.
You sure?
Yes.
Positive?
I'm positive. Are you
So-
negative?
No, I am positive.
I'm neutral.
Are you? You sure
Yeah.
you're Switzerland?
No, I'm a neutron, actually.
Positive to positively charged or negatively charged? What's your nucleus look like?
I have one lonely electron floating around.
So are you the cheese? You stand alone? All right, I think we're ready.
I think we're good.
I killed enough time.
Yeah. All right, so last Thursday night, in that fun battle of flags that weren't thrown, the Pittsburgh Steelers lost to the Cleveland Browns. And in that loss, Nate, Mo, and Gail were the only ones that won that game. Corey did not get his picks in early enough. Then we had the Carolina Panthers hosting the Atlanta Falcons.
The Panthers.
Everybody but Gail lost that game. This is what put Gail over the top. Then we had the Miami Dolphins hosting the Buffalo Bills. Bills won that game as expected, but they only won it 37-20. So it wasn't by as big a margin we thought there would be. That game was also played in Mexico City, so a little bit interesting. No, that wasn't played in Mexico City. What the hell happened? Was it?
No.
No.
That would have been who was that? It was the Chiefs and Chargers.
Yeah, it was the Chiefs.
It was a Monday night game.
Because why did I have one there? I don't know. Anyhow, so then I don't know how that got put. I gotta double check some of these. Oh, that should be the last neutral site game anyway. So yeah, just a train wreck. Then we had the Detroit Lions hosting the Dallas Cowboys, who we thought were going to do much better. But that was Mo and Gail's loss because the Dallas Cowboys won that game. Then we had the Baltimore Ravens then we had the Minnesota Vikings hosting the Denver Broncos. Denver Broncos lost 23-27. We all picked the Vikings smartly. Then we had the Baltimore Ravens hosting the Houston Texans. Baltimore Ravens ran all over Houston and made them look funny. And I'm an idiot, and so is my brother for picking them. Then we had the Indianapolis Colts hosting the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Colts won 33-13. Me and you both lost with the Jaguars. Mo and Corey were the only ones that won in that game.
Pissing your money away.
The Jeremy and Gail also lost those games. Then we had the Tampa Bay Buccaneers against the New Orleans Saints. We all went the Saints. We were all right. They won 34-17. Then we had the Redskins hosting the New York Jets. Everybody but Mo went with the Jets. Everybody but Mo won. The Jets beat the Redskins 34-17. San Francisco 49ers hosted the Arizona Cardinals. Beginning of that game looked scary. Beginning of that game, San Francisco was not moving the ball very well, and they could not do anything. It looked bad. San Francisco ended up winning 36-26, and we all went with the 49ers. Luckily, they pulled it out.
Yeah, they did.
Then we had the Oakland Raiders hosting the Cincinnati Bengals. The winless Bengals stayed winless, and Corey was the only one that lost that game.
Why would he pick the Bengals?
I don't know. He thought they were due, and apparently they weren't due.
No.
Then we had the Philadelphia Eagles hosting the New England Patriots.
That was a tight game.
That was a tough game. It came literally down to the end.
I should have stayed.
I'm glad you didn't, because like literally 10 minutes after you left, we scored a touchdown in the beginning of the second half, which put us up 17-10. Because they also scored the 2-point conversion too. Everybody picked that game, and everybody won that game. Because you may not want them to win, but they still win. And that's why you picked them. Then we had the night game. The Los Angeles Rams had hosted the Chicago Bears. Everybody picked the Rams. Everybody won that game. Then the Monday night game happened. Kansas City Chiefs visited the Los Angeles Chargers. And the Los Angeles Chargers literally beat themselves. I think it was either 4 or 5 interceptions. It was so many penalties. It was incredible. We went with the Chargers. We lost that game.
Yeah, I'm not happy about that.
Yeah, it was a bad game all around. It was literally every 10 seconds you were looking at it was another interception. And the funny part is the Chargers were actually stopped them plenty of times, and they were getting down to the 5 and 10 yard line and then throwing interception or turning the ball over.
Ratios. A 5-ounce bird could not carry a 1-pound coconut.
How was that?
I think it was a jasmine.
When did we get a bird? Look, I was so hoping that the Chargers would have won. Like, I woke up Tuesday morning. I was like, oh, please, I cannot let Gail beat me.
I was just hoping to beat my brother. I am the older brother. I should know this better, right?
I've gone 10 weeks undefeated.
I look back. I actually don't think you've gone all 10 weeks.
I'm pretty sure I did. I think there was 1 week that we tied.
No, actually, I started looking, and I think it was the downfall week.
I still beat you.
No. Week
you did beat me.
I did beat you.
Okay,
9-7.
Hey, let's go to week 1 real quick.
Let's flip this back. So week 1.
Week 1 we tied.
We tied.
So 0-1.
Yeah. Week 2 you won. 12-8.
1-0-1.
Week 3 I also beat you. 12-11.
1-1. Fuck me.
Then week 4 I beat you 9-7.
1-2-1.
And then things started going downhill for me.
2-2-1. 2-2-2. 3-2-2. 3-2-3. 4-2-3. 5-2-3.
This was one of my worst weeks ever. Back in week 10.
So 5-2-3.
But I think that was it was the crazy week, if I remember correctly. Yeah, because that was last week.
5-2-3. 6-2-3. Even though I lost to everybody, but to you, I'm 6-2-3.
Right. And now you have officially lost to Gail too.
What is that? 2-1?
I think it's 1-1 because I don't think Gail picked week 11. Let me just pull that one back up just in case. Week 9. No, Gail didn't pick week.
Loud noises!
And this is the wrong one. This is the one I'm looking for. Week 9. Gail did pick week 9. She lost at 1 point.
Yep. So that's 1 for me. Then I won week 10.
And you won week 10.
So that's 2. So I'm 2-1 against Gail.
Yeah. Currently.
So much pressure.
You got Gail nipping on your heels, and apparently we have Corey nipping right there too. Because you tied with Corey, and Corey didn't even pick the Thursday night game.
Whatever. I almost picked the Chiefs. So if I would have picked the Chiefs, then it would have been a tie.
Right, and I think the only reason you went with the Chargers is because I went with the Chargers.
I was going for an upset.
You too?
Yeah. That's the only reason why I went with them.
That was really the only reason?
Pretty much. I figured the Chiefs, they can't win forever. So.
Well, they've lost plenty of games this season so far.
They have. Oh, shit. Do you go to the other thing, please? Because I did the math already. Because I'm 3 hard coffees in. All right, so it's time for the power rankings. So big surprise, the winless Cincinnati Bengals are still at number 32.
Really? They didn't move up?
No. Surprisingly, right? You would have thought that something would have changed.
You would have thought.
That's what we get for thinking. The Washington Redskins hold.
It's an Ohio thing, I think. They're going to be the new Browns. That's what they're trying to be.
That would be pretty epic. Though I wonder if they're going to re-sign AJ Green, or if they're going to try to liquidate some of their talent.
They might want to
gather up draft picks to try to rebuild.
They might want to just rebuild at this point.
I agree. Burn it down to the ground because
wholesale sales.
Andy Dalton is in the last term of his career, so he should get moved on.
Yep. I think they need to bring in a brand new rookie QB, brand new rookie receiving core. And basically just take a college team and put them on the field and call it a day.
At this point, high school probably do just fine.
I'm pretty sure my high school team could have beat them at this point. And we were nothing special.
No. That's part of the reason why I didn't play anymore. Look, we can't both drink at the same time.
Says who?
Says me. The Redskins stayed at number 31. The Giants stayed at number 30. The Miami Dolphins are at 29. They moved down 1 spot from 28, and they're at 2-8. The New York Giants are at number 28, moving up 1 spot from number 29. The Denver Broncos moved down 1 spot from number 26 to 27. Waiting on you there, Chief.
Oh.
That's why you can't do drops.
I thought you were still having your page on here.
No, I mean I'll go to mine. I'll make life easier.
That's okay. I'll move this over. So
no, I got you. I got this. So the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they are at 3-7.
Drop water!
3 spots from 23 to
fart
22.
in your general direction!
The Atlanta Falcons managed to move up 2 spots from 27 to 25. The Arizona Cardinals are still at 24 as they were last week. The Jacksonville Jaguars with a 4-6 record moved down 1 spot from 22 to 23. The Cleveland Browns with a 4-6 record managed to move up 3 spots from 25 to 22. The Detroit Lions with a 3-6-1 record are still at 21, as well as the Chicago Bears and Los Angeles Chargers both hold on to their spots at 20 and 19. The Carolina Panthers managed to drop down 2 spots from 16 to 18, while the Tennessee Titans managed to bump up 1 spot from 18 to 17. The Pittsburgh Steelers with a 5-5 record went down 1 spot from 15 to 16, while the Oakland Raiders managed to go up 2 spots from 17 to 15. Now we got the Philadelphia Eagles. They managed to go from 12 to 14, dropping 2 spots, while the Indianapolis Colts, they managed to go from 14 to 13, moving up 1 spot. The Buffalo Bills with a 7-3 record, which I'm still hoping that they managed to win the AFC East, managed to jump up 1 spot from 13 to 12.
Even if they win every game, they're still going to end up 7-4. Well,
what?
If they were to win every game that comes against, except for 1 game they're going to play that they always lose, they still end up with 4 losses. So they're not going to end up with first in the AFC East.
Well, they definitely won't be first place in the NFC East, but they could manage to go in the AFC East.
To beat the Pats at home is next to impossible, especially for them.
But it can be done.
Yes, rarely.
But it can be done.
The Pats' home record right now, I think, is since the Brady Belichick era, is an obscene number to I think 6.
But there's still a chance.
Yeah, like me getting taller.
I can make you taller. Just give me one of those medieval stretch tables, and I got you.
My football coach tried that already. It didn't work out very well.
I tell you what, we'll hook you up.
I broke the table.
We'll hook you up to 4 2,500 pickup trucks.
Okay.
And we'll just pull.
In opposite directions?
Yep.
Well, it better not be 4s because the axle will blow out.
That's why I said 2,500s.
Oh, yes. That's Chevy or Dodge.
God, this guy. The Houston Texans dropped down 2 spots from number 8 to number 10. Dallas Cowboys managed to jump up a spot from number 10 to number 9. This is surprising to me, but the Kansas City Chiefs, with their 7-4 record, went up 1 spot from 9 to 8. To me, the Chiefs are being held with such high regard as being like playoff contender. The fact that they are number 8 in the power rankings is a little surprising to me because the Minnesota Vikings are still at number 7 as they were from last week. And the New Orleans Saints, which
2 different conferences, that's the issue.
Still, I mean, the Chiefs to me seem like they're being perceived as a better team than these two. So I would have thought they would be better, but the Saints are at number 6 as they were last week. And the Green Bay Packers are still in the 5th place spot. And the Seahawks haven't moved either, and they're number 4. The San Francisco 49ers managed to drop down 1 spot from number 2 to number 3, while the Baltimore Ravens, they jumped up 1 spot from 3 to 2, and the Patriots...
So how does it feel that your team can't even break the top 5?
Fart in your general direction.
Well, they just made it to the top 5, I should say.
They're still there.
Blow it out your ass, lard mouth.
What are you doing?
Something happened. I don't know.
What are you trying to do?
I don't know. Well, anyhow.
Overstuffed, ignorant, blood-sucking, dog-kissing, brainless, dickless, hopeless, heartless, fat-ass, bug-eyed, stiff-legged, spotty-lipped, worm-headed sack of monkey shit he is.
Happy birthday!
So, do you want to get to the playoffs?
What's that? Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs. You kidding me? Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game.
We just did a round.
Not even on purpose.
Oh my God! I don't know why that just made.
Until we decided this. Was it over when the Germans bombed Pearl Harbor? Hell no!
I don't know how I feel about you using my drops. I really.
So, if the playoffs were to start tomorrow, the Pats would be in first place, as we all hope and pray that they all are going to be.
Playoffs?
Then we would have the Baltimore
Playoffs?
Ravens.
You kidding me? Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game.
See, I hear the noise in yours, too. And then we have the Kansas City Chiefs in third, and the Indianapolis Colts in fourth. So the Kansas City Chiefs would be playing the Houston Texans as of right now, until what this game ends up looking like. And then the Indianapolis Colts will be hosting the Buffalo Bills as of right now. Hi.
Keep going. I'm not the one distracting you, so be happy for a puppy.
Then we would have in the NFC, the San Francisco 49ers in first place. The Packers would be in second place. New Orleans Saints would be in third, and the Dallas Cowboys would be in fourth. New Orleans Saints would be hosting the Minnesota Vikings, and the Dallas Cowboys would be hosting the Seattle Seahawks.
What's up, Doc?
Careful, Jazz. Careful. So
sorry, I'm distracted.
Four-legged creature, that you love them.
Yep, I love puppies.
Wins tiebreaker over Houston based on head-to-head with. Oh, you're talking. Okay, I see what they're doing here.
Do you? Because nobody else can. Because I think you're still. You're still on some kind of picks over here.
No. This is the active one. This is the switch the thing.
Oh.
I know what I'm doing over there. See, this is the live view they see.
Do you?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Sometimes I forget to switch it, but I know what screen I'm on.
Okay.
Oh, there's a cat. A black cat is taking the field.
That's your favorite part of that.
Cat is running from the 20 to the near side, the 10, from the 39.
So out of these teams, which are the most likely teams, since we're in week 12 now, which are the most likely teams you think will actually make it to the Super Bowl?
Ravens.
All right.
See, I can't pick the North. I can't pick the NFC.
Gotta.
Well, how about I pick the AFC and you pick the NFC? Because I know you're going to go with the Patriots for the AFC. And I want to pick the Packers.
The Super Bowl is just a game that there's another team from the NFC plays them at the end of the year.
Right, but I think the Ravens are going to win the AFC. So who do you think is going to win the NFC? Because we have a bias.
So
I take the bias away.
I do and I don't. Because if the Super Bowl goes, the road to the Super Bowl goes through New England, Pats will win. I should say the Pats will 99.8% win. If the road has to go through anywhere else to get to the Super Bowl, if we have to play the Ravens at Baltimore probably end up in the Super Bowl.
All right, so
on the NFC side, it's really a coin flip because Green Bay has not played San Francisco yet.
They play them this week.
They play them this week.
And honestly, that is the issue I have right now is, do I go with I'm biased because obviously I'm a Packers fan.
Right.
Do I think that the 49ers can beat the Packers? I honestly haven't figured that out yet. And I know I'm going to have to figure that out within the next 15 minutes.
Right.
So this
might be a split game for us, so it should be interesting.
It's a very difficult pick for me because I want.
And that's an 8:20 game. So are we watching this here?
Or are we watching on my big ass TV at my house?
We could watch it at your big ass TV at your house if you have chips and salsa.
I mean, you can bring chips. Those are things that you can provide.
We'll see. Maybe I'll do the same thing you did last time. Stay until halftime and then go home.
Plus, at my house, it's quiet.
We can hook up the surround sound, right?
We could. Actually, it's very simple to hook up that surround sound.
Perfect. Maybe I do have to do that for that just for the game.
See, and that's the problem is there is a part of me, and I know we're not on this, but there is a part of me that is leaning to San Francisco based off of, like, historical data.
Yeah.
But there is a part of me that doesn't want to go against my team.
So do you think if the road to the Super Bowl goes through San Francisco, do you think Green Bay is going to lose?
No.
So if you think the road to the Super Bowl goes only through Green Bay, do you think the Packers are going to win?
No.
Some days. Some days.
So Green Bay does do fairly well away, and they don't guarantee wins at home. I've learned this from years of being a Packers fan. Just because Green Bay's at home doesn't guarantee them a win.
Yep.
It gives them an advantage, especially when you have, like, dome
especially
teams.
in January.
Right. So, like, Minnesota and New Orleans, both, and all these teams,
yep.
except for maybe Seattle, have a disadvantage going to Green Bay.
Well, yeah, because San Francisco's a warm weather team.
Right.
Not a dome team, but they're a warm weather
right.
team.
New Orleans, Dallas, and Minnesota are all dome teams. Seattle
plays in the open air of northern Washington.
Right, but it doesn't get as cold as it does with the lake effect.
No.
So
it's why it's called the frozen tundra of the north.
Right. So in January, you're looking at games in negative degrees with snow and a wind chill.
Yep.
Even though it's warm on the field, it's still cold as shit.
Right.
So
because Green Bay put field warmer-ins, right?
Mm-hmm.
Thought so. I couldn't remember if they had or not. I remember for some reason hearing that they had put under turf heaters.
Actually, their fields are designed by European soccer field designers.
Really?
So it's the exact same as a soccer field in Europe.
Huh.
So they have fake grass with real grass, and they have grow lights all through the year to help maintain their consistency of the field.
Yep.
And what's crazy is nobody's allowed to touch the field. So when I went to go take a tour of Lambeau Stadium, or
You can
Lambeau
look but
Field,
don't touch.
I couldn't touch the grass. I wanted to, and just have her say like, "Oh no, you're not supposed to do that." But me being, honest, I couldn't do it.
You couldn't do it?
No.
That's okay.
I also wanted to do the Lambeau Leap, but I didn't want to get in trouble.
Next time I'll go with you and we'll do it. I'll just push you. It'll be okay.
I get 4 tickets every year to go to the shareholders meeting.
Hey, Jeremy, you want to go take a trip?
You guys may be converted. I'm not gonna lie to you. if you go to San Francisco or fucking Green Bay, it's quite the experience.
Mode thinks it's gonna be Pats and 49ers in the Super Bowl.
No, for me, the hardest thing is the North. The North to me is the hardest one to pick.
You mean the National?
Yeah. Or yes, thanks. the
National
NFC for me is literally the hardest division to pick. Like looking at the AFC, I know what New England is, but I think Baltimore has a more balanced team. They have a solid defense. They have a solid offense. They have minimal injuries.
Right.
New England has offensive line injuries. They have, their skill position injuries. Their defense is good, but they showed that if you have enough talent and op tempo, you can falter.
Right.
So I don't know if New England will make it if Baltimore continues to play the way they're playing. Are you okay, Jazz? Do you have to pee? I know I have to pee.
She may have to pee.
I know I have to. It's like I'm trying to tough it out, but you might be El Solo Libo.
All right. Well, I think that's all the talk for that. Now we have our picks.
Well, you didn't pick the NFC team.
Oh, I did.
I picked my AFC. Who do you think is going to win in the NFC? Because I already know who your AFC team is.
I'll put it this way: if the road goes through Green Bay,
no ifs. You need to pick. C is not so fucking easy, is it?
I'm gonna go with Green Bay. I'm gonna go with Green Bay because they may not win this week, but I don't think they'll lose in the playoffs to the same team twice.
So you want my honest opinion?
Usually.
This is who it is a toss-up between two teams for me in the North, in the NFC.
Right.
San Francisco and the Saints.
That is a good toss-up.
I believe in the Packers, and for some reason the Green Bay Packers are on there. It says Green Bay Packers, Green Bay Packers. But
because you love them so much, you put them twice.
Apparently. I believe in the Packers. I love the Packers. I want the Packers to go to the Super Bowl. I just feel that
they're going to lose to the New Orleans Saints again.
Or the 49ers.
It was a good possibility.
So, to me, if I'm going to make a pick, Baltimore Ravens, New Orleans Saints. That's who I honestly feel could be this year's Super Bowl.
See, I'd almost want to see Brady versus
Garoppolo?
No.
Breeze?
Because you're talking about the two oldest farts in the league.
Mm-hmm.
Probably the two top quarterbacks to ever play in the league at this point in time. Playing against each other in the biggest game ever. So it could be a fun time to... I think she needs to go out, hon.
I'd go with that.
Because she is down here whining. So that's I would like to see that game. I'd almost see that game as being higher rated than the highest rated Super Bowl ever.
See, if you're going for, yeah, though I think
because you're talking about a number one, a consistent fight for titles every year between the Brady and Breeze every year.
But see, I could also see a Brady Rodgers being a very high profile because that's the repeat of '96.
Yeah,
that was Favre.
It would be the repeat
Favre
of
and
96.
Bledsoe.
Yeah, Favre and Bledsoe. That was when the Green Bay Favre beat Bledsoe.
The battle of the replacements.
Yes, that's what it basically would be.
Yeah.
But to see if the New England Patriots hosted the San Francisco, well, if Patriots went against San Francisco, that would be also a phenomenal game because you're talking about Brady and the potential replacement for Brady going against each other in the biggest game ever.
Now, what if it was Seattle and New England?
See, I don't think the Seattle game would be as highly contested because they've done that before.
Right. It'd be a repeat.
It would be a repeat. But it may, because it was a repeat, it could be interesting. But I think it wouldn't be as highly touted as either, because he may be an MVP candidate.
Mm-hmm.
But he's not as well known throughout the league, I guess would be a good way to put it.
Now,
because he's not a super high-profile quarterback.
What I would love to see with the 100th season, the repeat of Super Bowl I. Green Bay Packers versus the Kansas City Chiefs. And I definitely think I said Kansas City.
Yeah, you did.
Kansas City Chiefs.
The Kansas City Chiefs? It's possible.
It is possible.
But if...
but that would mean Kansas City would have to do better than Baltimore and or New England.
Yes. And right Houston now, I don't think Baltimore... I don't think that Mahomes and Kansas City could beat Baltimore right now.
So I'm about to do something really unprofessional.
Really?
I can't hold this anymore.
You're going to go pee?
I have to.
Should we take the microphones in there and do it live?
It doesn't go that far. I mean, I thought about pulling up one of these whiskey bottles, just peeing right here. But I feel like that's...
You do you, buddy.
I feel like that's borderline registering as a sex offender. So I'm going to let you tap dance for like 15 to 20 some odd seconds.
All right, so I need some listener questions and whatnot. Because apparently he can't hold his water anymore.
No, and I'm thinking about donating a kidney.
I want to bet on that game. Which game? Oh, you're talking about the New England Patriots Green Bay game, right, Gail? Oh, you're probably taking out Jasmine, so you probably can't tell us. Jeremy's sleeping. He's not allowed to sleep. Wake his ass up. He's going to make picks. Samo, what's going on?
Text message.
Entire body, sir.
You are a smelly pirate hooker.
Private parts at your aunties, you cheesy lot of second-hand electric donkey-bottom biters!
Oh, talk about pissing your money away. Oh.
It's about 6 inches. What?
You measuring with millimeter?
Imperial.
Imperial.
All right, so what's up?
Should have been Breeze's last year. Is it just me? Are we picking all 3 Thursday games? So, actually, this is a good time to actually talk about next week. So, I am contemplating on moving this to Wednesday night next week, or we on Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
You said you might not be going anywhere for it.
Wait, what?
On next Thursday, Thanksgiving.
I'll be here.
You'll be here.
Yeah.
So we could do half-hour stints before the games and pick each Thursday game next Thursday before the game. So the first game starts at 12:30.
Ew.
So we would go live at 12, pick the game, talk for a little bit about the game, go off at like 15 minutes. That way I can finish cooking the turkey and whatnot, because the turkey's usually done around 1-ish. And Then at the next game after that will be at 3:30, I think. Yeah, 3:30, 3:45, somewhere there. So at 3:15, we go on for a live, pick those games, and then we go back off. And then when we do the night game after we've had our second helpings, and do our last picks. Or do you want to stream Wednesday night, amateur night, pick our Thursday nights, and next week's games? The weekend after, sorry.
What's funny is Gail's suggestion right there was what I was thinking while you were talking.
Having everybody here.
Right.
That could be interesting.
Now,
You'd have to bring your extra mic.
Well, I would say that would mean I would have to order
everything
the
now.
Stuff that I was planning on ordering that I've been pushing off.
Right.
All right, so
we could do it. And then we could get your buddy Matt here too for it.
Oh, Jesus Christ! I've only set up for 4.
Well, we can have people share mics. It also means I would have to get that camera that I was talking about, or I would have to figure out how to. Actually, I would need another one of the same cameras because there's no way I could have the other camera hook up.
Oh, they're talking about your child.
Yes.
So this doesn't matter. All right, so we got a 12:30 game.
12:30.
A 3-something.
All right, so I will pull. So on the week of Thanksgiving, we have that 12:30, 4:30, and 8:20. Those are all next Thursday's games.
What if you're playing the meal is when? Are you thinking?
Usually, I put the turkey in around like 5 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
So that way it's done right around 1.
Okay.
So that would give us time, like, because I'm not working at the Ale House this year for amateur night.
Neither am I.
Right. So that gives me time to do prep work and cut everything up the night before. So all I have to do is toss it in. And
don't pay attention to them.
Yeah. So Gail's right. It usually comes out about 1 or 2.
So what I'm thinking is, what if we pick the 2 early games?
So the 12:30 and the 4:30
tonight.
Okay. Just in case.
Yes.
Okay.
And then we go live prior to the 3rd game and pick the rest of the week.
Okay.
Shut up, Gail.
We were a mess earlier.
We were. It was hot trash.
We almost stopped and started over.
Yeah, it was bad.
All right, so
what do you think about that?
I think that'll work.
Because that way we're covered for those 2 games.
If we can get on earlier, and we decide we want to change it before, so if we get on before 4:30, and the people that are here decide they want to change their pick, we can change the pick.
Right.
But if they
wait,
this
no.
would be the only day because it was a Thanksgiving.
No. Picks tonight are binding.
Okay.
There's no deviating from your picks. Once you make your pick is in.
Okay. That's a tough second game.
I am going to rule with an iron fist on this one.
So that's what we're going to do.
Yeah. So
the Detroit Lions, Chicago Bears game, and the Dallas Cowboys, Buffalo Bills game will be binding as of tonight.
Yes.
Okay. So
unless you're listening to the podcast in a later version of this, then you have an alibi.
Right.
But if you are presently watching, so y'all 2 cannot come off of this show, you're making your picks tonight, damn it. Though we have 5 people watching, so hi all 5. 4 because I think we count as 1.
I think so. And I think Jeremy went to bed. According to Mo, he's asleep. I told her that she needs to wake his ass up to make picks.
I wish I had something that said pussy or some type of something. Yeah, I got nothing for that one. Damn it. All right.
Oh, no!
We suck again.
He sucks again. All right, so we ready?
I think we're ready. So let's flip that.
Flip that. So is this the week?
That's week 13. Sorry, where I was in the wrong week.
Oh.
All right, so
Who's picking first this week?
I'm pretty sure I picked Monday's game first. All right, so I think you're picking.
I'm picking?
You usually start off anyways.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, here's one you all can sing with us. When the Saints go marching in.
So I'm guessing you're picking the Saints this week? I also trust in them, and I will also be going with the Saints. Plus, it's almost Mardi Gras season.
I mean, it's closer than it was earlier in the year.
Yes, it was.
Everybody else, you are now on the clock.
Yep. So, Mo, what is your pick? Gail, what is your pick? Corey, if you're listening, what is your pick? Do you know if Matt's picking?
He's probably going to be doing a delayed pick.
Gail is going with the Saints.
Why do you have a 1 next to the Bills and Broncos?
I don't know.
Okay. Fair enough.
Why is these not right?
I don't know. You make the list.
Oh, here. Never mind. Here it is. Mo, you still need a pick. So Matt's going to do later picks?
Yep.
Guess we'll have to come back to Mo. She's probably asking Alexa. So next.
Next, we are looking at the Bills versus the Denver Broncos.
Yes.
Bills are at home.
Bills are at home. I am going with the... What the... Oh, crap. Oh, it's because I hit equals. That's why. I am going with the flying dildos of the Bills.
And look at it go! He could go all the way! Touchdown! 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 The Bills make me wanna kick your heels up and shout.
Sounds like you were also going with the Bills.
Come on now, the Bills are making it happen now.
I am.
I love that you find all the fight songs now. Gail is also going with the Bills. This has to be the first year in a long time that I would actually pick the Bills to win any games. Oh, I can't edit that. But there's no more games, so I don't know why there's a 1 there. Oh, I know why.
Do you?
Yes, because I was doing copy as and Mo, what's going on? Did you rewind or something? You do have that option, but all right, Mo, what's your pick for the New Orleans Saints Carolina Panthers game? Mo was all confused. She had paused it or something.
Can't all be winners.
Saints. So now, are you going to go with the Bills or the Broncos?
Tick tock, tick tock.
Come on, Mo, you're behind. Pick it
Bills.
up. He's going to go with the Bills.
I say we make all of Jeremy's picks for him.
That sounds like a good idea.
So,
hey, Mo, ask Alexa who is going to lose those games. Those are Jeremy's picks because he didn't stay up for it.
all right. So the next game is the Washington Redskins hosting the Detroit Lions.
Yeah.
And I believe am I on the clock? Or
You are on the clock.
Oh, my bad.
That's the Lions.
You stand and cheer the brave.
That's pretty awful. No wonder why they're not that good.
They can't be all great.
If they weren't playing the Redskins, I might have picked the Redskins, but the home team. But they're playing the Redskins, so I'm gonna also go with the Lions. And sounds like Mo and nope. Also, so far all I have is Mo. Gail, you were on the clock.
This next game's gonna suck. The Dolphins and Browns.
Oh, yeah, it is. Gail is also going with the Lions. So, Mo, you were on the clock because you finally decided to join us. The Miami Browns game. She's going with the Browns. Gail, you're on the clock. I like when we make them go first.
I mean,
It's
this is the
fun.
first time for everything when they get to go first. She's too busy trying to figure out what, like, Antonio or any of
Gail's going with the Dolphins.
Shut up, really? Spider Monkey.
All right, so
It's you.
it's me.
It's you.
Oh, jeez.
Don't even bother looking at that.
It helps.
Not right now.
The Browns are 4-6.
Miami's 2-8.
Miami's 2-8. But Miami's actually been scoring touchdowns, so
You are a liar to say that you have all your picks done.
she probably does, because that's what she does. She makes all her picks before we even start doing this.
But she's second guessing herself. She's all in her head because she knows I'm coming at her.
I'm going to go with Miami.
You little bitch.
This is Lou Groza of the Cleveland Browns. Hi, Ohio for Cleveland.
Why don't you come over here and talk into the mic?
All right, so actually, you get to go first next, honey.
I do?
Yeah, you're picking the Chicago Bears home hosting the New York Giants.
There you go. There's a microphone
You can do it live.
For the Giants. All right. Giants.
You're picking the Giants. All right, so that means... What do you got, Nate?
Oh, hang on.
You got your song yet?
Almost. Hang on. Give me 1 second. Hang on. There we go.
What is this? Is this a Giants one?
We are the Bears, shuffling through, shuffling on down, doing it for you. We're so bad, we know we're good, blowing your mind. You knew we would. You know we're just strutting for fun, strutting our stuff for everyone. We're not here.
Mo is going with the Bears.
We're just here to do the Super Bowl show.
Well, they call me Sweetness, and I like to dance. Running the ball is like making more mans. We had the goal since training camp to give Chicago a Super Bowl champ, and we're not doing this.
You've never heard of the Super Bowl Shuffle?
No. Because the Bears haven't been since they played the Pats back in the 80s. And Refrigerator Perry played for them.
Yeah, this is from the 85 Bears.
That would be the 85 Bears, the Refrigerator Perry. Before Refrigerator Perry, big running backs were unheard of.
I could have done their fight song, but I felt like the Super Bowl Shuffle was way more appropriate for this.
With the New York Giants being 2-8, I am also going with the Bears. All right, so that brings me back to you, Nate.
It was back to me again?
Back to you. Well, technically, Gail had a pick first. Then Mo. Well, but Mo was behind because she's slow typer tonight. You were going with the Raiders because they're visiting the New York Jets. New York Jets 3-7. The Raiders being 6-4. You can just turn that back up. All right, Mo. Mo is going with the Raiders. Are we going Raiders across the board?
She has to talk into a microphone.
Yes, Raiders.
What?
Raiders.
There's a reason why you're not on the radio.
She talks like me, away from the microphone.
I'm picking the Raiders. I don't know what's going. Why can't nobody hear me? I'm picking the Raiders.
The funny part is, it does pick it up, just not as well as you want it to.
No. Well, it's fun. She's like, I'm picking the Raiders. What? The Raiders. Speak up.
Hey, Corey. Nice to see you.
What about all your other picks?
Corey is going with the Jets.
He's picking the Jets for every team. So Buffalo against Denver, he's picking the Jets. New Orleans against Carolina, the Jets. The Dolphins and Cleveland, the Jets. So it's Jets all the way down.
Jets all the way down. All
Jets,
right.
Jets.
Corey, you got to catch up. So I need New Orleans Saints, Carolina Panthers. Pick. Come on. You should be only 6 seconds behind.
Tick tock, tick tock.
I was watching the hockey game. Excuses.
Hockey? We're talking about hockey?
Nobody cares about hockey until after December. Bruins. Okay, at least he was watching the Bruins, even though he's from Florida, so. New Orleans. That was number one. Then I need the Buffalo Bills, Denver Broncos game. Bills. Washington Redskins, Detroit Lions. Detroit. Cleveland Browns, Miami Dolphins. Come on, Texans. Come on. Get him. Get him. Get him.
No, don't get him.
Get him. Oh. They stopped him before the first down. That's all that matters. He's going with the Dolphins.
And then the Bears.
And then the Bears-Giants game. The Bears. I forgot I had that in there.
You're welcome.
All right. Now he gets to pick first because he just joined us. So, Corey, I need your pick between... Oh, he's got the easy one. Cincinnati Bengals, Pittsburgh Steelers.
The Bengals might get their first win. Just saying.
He picked the Bengals last week and won, so is he going to do that twice?
If he was smart, he would.
He's going Pitt this time.
I almost did.
I was thinking about it.
I came close.
All right, so that
How
means...
many times have you come that close to coming?
So I have to pick this game first because you picked the last game first. I want the upset just so I can play. We got one. But I don't think this is going to be the game. I ain't going with the Steelers. I've actually heard this one before.
Yeah?
Because my best friend Nick, he's a Steelers fan. And so is his little sister. And so is the former quarterback I played with when I was playing semi-pro.
What else we got?
So, Mo, we need your pick.
Steelers.
So, Mo is going with the Steelers, and so is Gail.
So is the Muppet.
Corey's calling the upset to be the Rams over the Ravens this week. I don't think the Rams can get out of their own effing way. Jasmine, what are you doing down there? She's looking for the toy I took away from her because she was chewing it obsessively.
Focus.
All right, so next game. Mo, your pick. I need the Atlanta Falcons hosting the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Mo is picking the Falcons. Gail, Falcons, Bucks.
Falcons.
She's going with the Falcons.
I got this.
Corey, what do you got? He doesn't know what to do. Now he's being put on the spot. He's got to do it live. Last week he had to pick it late. Oh, he's going with the Bucks. He's going both Florida teams this week.
Do you pick before I do?
No, I picked the last time, so now it's... You're going with the Bucks. Oh. The only difference is Arizona's got a tie. That is the only difference between these two teams. I'm going to go with the Falcons this week. Yeah. We got a lot of the same teams, but I think the Falcons might actually pull that off. All right.
I think the only difference is that neither one of those teams was Arizona.
It's true. She's not wrong.
Did I say Arizona Falcons?
Yeah, you did, but whatever. I let you own it.
I'm 3.5 of these things in there.
I mean, let me know when you get the 4.
I'm almost there. Well, why didn't you bring the other box out when you came back from the bathroom?
Because it wasn't important to me.
All right, so, Gail, Philadelphia Eagles, Seattle Seahawks. Because Mo picked first last, right? Yeah.
Seahawks.
Gail is going with the Seahawks. Corey. Are you going to go with the last Florida team, or you're going to go... No, that's the next game. He is going with the Seahawks. It took me a little bit to realize that Florida actually had 3 teams now.
Just like New York?
Yeah.
So who's next?
You're next, actually.
Am I?
Yeah, because Corey just went. You love this song. Is this the reason why you're picking them, just for that damn song?
No, I think they're going to win. They're home.
They are home, and they are tough to play at home.
And they do better at the end of the season.
They do.
They're taking down not the Giants, but they're taking down...
They did take down the Giants.
They're taking down the big teams.
Seattle, they travel well. That's a long drive.
It's also a long flight.
Same difference.
Tick tock, tick tock.
You know what? They got beaten up last week, so they're going to come out firing all cylinders. I'm going to go with the Philly. I'm going to go with the Eagles.
Last week when you went with me, we lost.
We did.
Just saying.
And Mo is also going with the Eagles. So we got us 3, and then we got Corey and Gail going with the Seahawks. So, next. Corey's actually on the clock for this one. He starts off this one. I need the Tennessee Titans hosting the Jacksonville Jaguars. Note, Corey, New York has 3 teams. The Buffalo Bills are Buffalo, New York. Actually, he's right, because the other 2 play in Jersey.
Yeah, but they hold the New York identifier.
Right. He is going with the last Florida team, the Jacksonville Jags. What are you going with, Nate?
Oh, my turn?
I actually don't know this. Oh, it's the intro. Houston Oilers. That would be the Tennessee Titans.
Oilers a long, long time ago when they played in the Houston Astrodome. They've gone from being spoilers to starting 6-0 since they moved to Tennessee to call it home. They had a Music City miracle to conquer Buffalo.
So you want to know something funny? Is before they changed the names to the Titans, they had 3 losing seasons in a row.
I believe it. They were trash.
And the minute they changed it to the Tennessee Titans, they had a winning season. And since then, they haven't had a losing season.
Haven't I made this comment about the Patriots and their little mascot change?
No, I don't think you've had it about the mascot change.
Oh, no.
Patriots.
I've talked about it.
I don't think so.
Oh, no, I definitely have.
No, I don't think so.
I'm pretty sure I have.
We'll have
Look,
to have...
I'm like the #1 Patriots hater in this state.
I know.
I'm pretty
I don't
sure
know.
I've
We have
said
there's a couple of Miami fans that live in the state, and they
Look.
hate the Pats even more.
Look, I'm just saying.
I know two Miami Dolphins fans are off the top of my head that I'm sure they hate the Pats more than you do. Because every year we beat them up.
I've already ignored you, and I'm looking at the next game, and I really, really want to pick somebody.
Titans. Jacksonville. I want to go with the stash, but I don't know if I can trust the stash.
He's not playing anymore.
Oh yeah, the stash has got sat, right?
Yeah, it's Nick Foles.
Oh yeah, I'm going with Titans then. Let's go back to Mo. Picked the Titans. Gail.
The Titans.
Gail's going with the Titans. So this brings us back to you picking it first, Nate. This is the game you probably wanted to pick all week.
Is it?
We know you wanted to pick it all week because you really hate the Pats.
I do. What's going on? So Travis sees who it is, but
the funny part is it's so old.
It is.
Because these are some of the original teams that were there, so it could be either one, unless you're looking at the video.
I wonder if this helps.
Watch football live and cable free.
What if we don't want to watch it live with cable free?
We don't.
We don't like YouTube TV, but we are on YouTube.
No one thought we would be here. No one gave us a chance.
Hell no. I'm not sold yet. Listen, I'm not gonna panic here, all right? Let's just pump the brakes a little bit. Can we put stuff in its proper perspective, please? Excuse me, I'm not scared at all because if you recall what I said yesterday, I said they're gonna lose.
I'm just kidding.
New England Patriots.
So you didn't trust the Cowboys to beat them?
Fuck no.
New England Patriots.
I need to get this song. No matter how much I think losing to the Cowboys will make a pick for then to bring back the player that you never want to talk about ever again. I think the Pats are going to beat them by not as much as I would like, but I think the Pats will beat them. And it looks like Mo went with the Pats as always, which I don't blame her. Gail is going with, gotta say it,
The Patriots.
Sheep. All of us are
Corey,
sheep.
are you going with Dallas?
Oh, we are drinking Pabst hard coffee. I imported it from New Jersey.
It's actually really good. Corey is also going with the Pats.
The heck you say? We all went with the Patriots?
Well, he's a Miami
I
person,
cannot believe it that we all went with the Patriots.
I can. I pick first. Ooh. This is the tough game. You get to pick last on this one.
So you do have another watcher?
We do.
Yes. He doesn't know how to get onto the live chat.
It should be just on the bottom underneath the screen.
It doesn't come up automatically.
Really?
I have to click on it on mine.
See, when I was...
Mike Moore is in
Hold on, Mike is here?
Yes. He also believes that, let's see, the Patriots are going to walk through Texas.
Hold on, you need to, I think we need a mic for this. Mike, you gotta figure out how to get onto this thing.
I don't have all of his picks.
Well,
so when you talk, you have to talk right into this thing right here.
we gotta get Mike. We gotta get you live.
Yes, he has a lot of opinions. I have them on my phone.
Hold on.
He also believes that the beer you're drinking is nasty.
Oh, it's actually really not.
It's not beer, it's coffee.
Yeah, I love coffee. Hold on. Unplug that thing. Tell Mike to call me.
What thing?
From my computer.
You just told him.
Oh, yeah.
Should we unplug? Is this the one?
Yeah, just that one. It's from my computer.
How did I lose a microphone? I don't matter anymore. Fuck this, I'm going home. Jasmine, come here. Come love me. Nobody else loves me. Pitch, where you going? Come here. There you go, bring your ball. Come here. Come on.
Do I have to call Mike? Does he not know how to call me?
Hi, puppy. Who's your puppy, John?
He might be, it might be behind a little bit.
Well, it should only be 6 seconds.
Which is how long you lasted, Dad.
That's besides the point.
That's what happens when I can't fucking talk in a microphone.
Hello.
Hi, Mike. How you doing?
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. Can you hear us?
We're not in a Sprint commercial.
So how's it going?
Who cares? Let's make some picks.
Too bad. I have to disagree with some of your pits.
You have to disagree with some of our picks?
Our pits or picks?
Yep.
Picks.
I still can't talk in a microphone.
Well, steal it back from Gail. So, do you want to make your picks live too?
Sure. I guarantee the Texans are gonna win.
Well,
all of the games. All of them.
We have all the games you have to catch up on because we couldn't figure out how to do the get on the chat. So I will.
I have no problem going through it, but you're gonna have to take a minute with me.
Oh, that's okay. We'll take a minute.
What are we?
Well, when we get back to this one, I'll still pick this one first. But I want to make sure Mike can get all his picks in, so that way he can feel.
How about this? Why don't you take my picks for next week?
Well, we do for this we do for this week, and we're doing next Thursday's 12:30 and 4:30 game because we're gonna try and go live before the night game.
I was listening to the whole Thanksgiving thing. I think you should do everything Wednesday.
So you think Wednesday?
Yeah, people on Thursday they're busy. It's a family thing.
Well, that's what. Well, usually the only people that are here, that are on here, is my brother and my sister-in-law. So you actually are new.
Hey, welcome to the family. But I'll tell you one thing: if you're gonna broadcast live too on any holiday, Thanksgiving is the best holiday of the year because it's family, football, and food.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's all we care about anyways.
That's three of the best things on this planet.
How did I become the beer bitch?
Beer assistant.
So, since hold on. Did the Houston game actually end already?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Apparently, I lost.
You lost. Sweet.
The
So
team that should have won.
yes. All right, Mike.
Houston's a good team.
So I need your pick between the New Orleans Saints, Carolina Panthers.
Oh, of course. I love Allen. I love the fact he's taking over Cam Newton because I'm old school football, and I believe a pocket passer is better than the runaround guy. And if you're going to be that big guy who can run and throw and do all this stuff, Cam Newton was built to be that man.
Right.
And his career's done. And to me, it's bittersweet. I feel bad for my friend Percy because that's his team, but I think they got a great quarterback. They're not going to do it. The Saints got this shit.
The Saints got it.
They're well coached. It's a better team, and it's.
And Breeze, we trust.
Yeah. When you can win when you're back up, like nothing without a hiccup, that's a good team.
All right, so next we have the Buffalo Bills hosting the Denver Broncos.
I have a lot of faith in the Broncos.
Really?
They're do or die.
They're do or die?
Do or die, dude. And I think that the Bills are built to beat us. And when they didn't beat us, we showing the rest of this league a lot of shit. And the Broncos are do or die right now. They're gonna fight hard. I think they actually pull this one out.
Really? So you're gonna be the lone Broncos pick this week?
Yeah. Tell my boy Aiden Sparrow. A little hashtag my boy Aiden. Go Broncos.
So next we have the Washington Redskins hosting the Detroit Lions. This is not Thanksgiving yet.
The Redskins are done. They're in rebuild mode. I don't think they're thinking about this yet. Go Matt Patricia. Go Lions.
All right. Next we got the Miami Dolphins visiting the Cleveland Browns.
I love this. Somebody picked the Dolphins. That's hilarious.
Gail and her cousin Corey down in Florida picked the Dolphins.
Of course. Go warm weather, but nah. The Browns are finding themselves slowly.
They're finding themselves like a teenager hitting puberty.
Actually, I think I picked the Dolphins also this week.
Have you ever been to Miami? It's
No.
nothing but little, it's like you go down there right now, we feel like old men. You know what I'm saying?
So you're saying I need to go to Miami?
Yeah, sure, great. But you'll feel like an old man.
18 to 31 is all right with me.
Yeah, sure. Wait till you meet the 18-year-old. You're like, wait a minute, man, you make me feel old.
You're presuming I haven't.
Like, holy shit.
I've lived quite the life.
He's enjoyed his newly single life.
Yes, I have.
Oh, I've been single for a long time. But I realized 18 is.
I think Mo's going to go to bed.
Even 27 is too old.
No. 25 to 26 is a great age.
So I'm guessing that you're going with the Browns, Mike.
What's that?
So I'm guessing you're going with the Browns.
Yes. Oh yeah. The Browns are going to get it together. I really do feel that. The Myles Garrett hole, isn't it? It's going to gel them a little bit. They're done because that was their best defensive player.
Right.
They're done. But I think they got this game.
So next we have the Chicago Bears hosting the New York Giants.
I already posted on this. Matt Nagy, he told his starter, "You are the worst quarterback in the league." You got nowhere to go but up. Like, that's it. Dude, you suck. So, guess what? No pressure. You can only continue to be the worst. Or, hey, you get better. You're the second to worst. I actually think the Bears got this.
Well, so do the rest of us. So the only one that didn't pick the Bears is Gail.
It's funny. I texted her and I said, "Hey," because I've been listening to you guys, and I'm like, "Nah, shit, the Bears got this." they got that coach's inspirational speech. You've seen it,
Right.
It was in his ear. Like I think he was crying on the sideline. You can't see that. He put that, the car, the playbook up and the cameras were very, very close, but you could see. I think that Mitch Trubisky was crying. Like he was broke down, and we are all coaches.
Yep.
When you're broke down, the only thing you can do after that is get built back up.
Yep.
And I think that he will get built back up. Will he be a Tom Brady? No way.
No.
But does he have this week? All day.
So next, you got the New York Jets hosting the Oakland Raiders.
I can't root for the Jets ever. Oakland Raiders. That's real quick.
That's an easy one.
Fuck the Jets.
So next, after that, you got the Cincinnati Bengals, who are the past Browns, hosting the Pittsburgh Steelers. It's an Ohio thing.
The Steelers. I mean, there's too much there, and I'm also thinking that the Bengals are at that point where they're like, hey, tanking for Tua. They said it was the Dolphins, but
yeah, the Dolphins can't even tank right.
Man,
So next we got the Atlanta Falcons hosting the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We have split decisions on this all the way across the board.
Can I say no? Neither.
No, you have to make a pick, because otherwise it counts as a loss.
Which offensive line blocks better? I don't know. They both suck.
Yep.
They both.
The only difference between their records is a tie.
That's bad. I guess, right? Roll the dice.
Yep.
I'd say the Falcons.
All right, so we got a Falcons pick. And next we have the Philadelphia Eagles hosting the Seattle Seahawks.
I already told you, man. This one's done.
This one's
the
done?
Eagles got this, dude.
The Eagles got this?
They're pissed. The Eagles got this all day. They are mad. They have the pieces. We beat
That's
them.
An old Batman. That's the one from the TV show.
Was that?
Oh, he's got the original Batman theme going on.
I was watching you guys live again. I can't watch you now because I'm talking to you.
Right. Well, you got to figure out how to do the text, and then you won't have to do it. You won't have to do the voice.
I am computer stupid, you know it. So you're gonna have to help me out, my friend.
All right. Well, Gail could probably explain it to you better than I could. All right. So next game we got is the Tennessee Titans hosting the Jacksonville Jaguars.
I think the Jaguars are a mess. And Mike Vrabel's my man, dude. Go Titans.
Go Titans.
I'm biased in that way. The Titans hurt me a lot because I root for them.
All right.
I'm still rooting for them. Go Titans.
All right. So the last game to get you all caught up would be the New England Patriots hosting the Dallas Cowboys. I'm pretty sure I don't have to ask you which team you're picking.
Oh, you better believe it. I'll tell you exactly what we're gonna win by a field goal.
A field goal?
Yeah, by a field goal, by 3 points. It's gonna be a shootout. Offensively, it's good. It's gonna be a fun game. I can't wait. Our defense is good, real good.
Defense isn't what worries me. It's the offense that worries me.
But this is where we get it together.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like this is where the offense starts to gel, starts to be a team. Starts to see each other's routes and reads and see eye to eye. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. All right,
So I see it.
you see it.
So, but it's still, this is a good offense we're playing.
Yep.
I think our defense is going to have a hard time, and because we've been getting harder and harder opponents, and it's been harder and harder for the defense. I think this is the best thing for us. This is going to be the last time we see a good offense. Like, not the last time, but I'm saying, like, this is where the defense realizes.
I don't know, because Dallas did lose to the Jets.
And they're going to win it in a shootout. So our defense is going to get walked on. Our offense is going to finally step it up. And then from here on out, that's how the Patriots win the Super Bowl.
Yep.
Because they realize, and they conform. They change their attitude. You'll see. This is the game.
All right, Mike. So we're gonna get off here so you can finish watching, and I'm gonna have you just text me your last few picks so that we can keep you in this. And the name of the game is to try to beat Nate. That's the name of the game. Gail beat him last week, and beat Nate in the picks. Because he is well ahead of me when it comes to pulling picks, and he's still 2-1 over Gail. So
I'm great at pulling stuff.
He pulls some crap out of his ass, even on the crazy upset weekend.
I'm great at pulling stuff even not out of my ass.
I've been talking for 30 minutes, and they just sitting back like, all right, game on.
All right, Mike. I will talk to you later.
Good night, guys.
All right. Bye. Apparently we know that works now. So we could get Matt to call in now. But the funny part is they don't hear the sounds that we play over them. Right, you can hear, but Mike, the callers can't hear what we're playing on top of them. So, like, he didn't hear him being Rick Ross or nothing.
I gotta have fun somewhere. I can't.
I can't wait until Mike listens back to that, because then he's gonna be like, "Those two."
It'll be third grade all over again when he punched me in the chest. Oh my god!
But at least now that we've tried it, we've done it live. We didn't even mean to do it live, but it just kind of happened that way.
It happened, yeah. All right, so
so
where are we? What are we doing?
I have to pick
I need an adult.
I have to pick the most important game of the year.
You do.
The San Francisco 49ers are hosting the Green Bay Packers.
They are.
And this is tough.
It is.
It's tough for me. Because in Garoppolo I trust. And I said that all year long, and now Jasmine's going to pull my earpiece out.
Yep. Don't worry, you don't need to hear what I'm saying.
But it's hard to pick against the Packers.
You got that? Here, I got you.
I just need some hair around it. There we go.
You need heroin?
Heroin? I'd be much skinnier if I had heroin. I'd probably be much more upbeat, too.
Y'all guys got some cocaine?
Packers, 49ers are at home. Packers visiting.
I'm pretty sure the Packers have lost the last 2 times they played in San Francisco.
Right.
Just so you know.
Thank you for for that.
You're welcome, because I think about it all the time.
I know you do. Jimmie G's been struggling a little bit. Packers have been on a roll.
Do you have to pee? Oh, because you're bouncing back and forth doing the pee-pee dance.
The Packers have well, that weekend everybody lost.
Hmm? Oh.
Well, that weekend they won. They were the few teams that won. You know what? I am going to go with the 49ers. That is who I am going with. Maureen also went with the 49ers. Because she made her picks, and I'm pretty sure she went to bed. Hold on, it's not your turn yet. Gail, what's your pick?
49ers.
Gail's going with the 49ers. Corey saw your arm, but he didn't give me his pick yet for the 49ers game. Corey is going with the Pack. I'm sure I'll get Mike's picks in a little bit. I don't know why he's playing Christmas music.
Is it my turn now?
I think it is your turn because Mike will give me his picks in a little bit.
Go, Pack, go! Go, Pack, go!
Just fix that. All right. And it would have been Mo's pick first, but Mo left, so she is going to, she said Ravens. Gail, what is your pick for the Monday night game? Los Angeles Rams hosting the Baltimore Ravens.
Ravens.
Gail is going with the Ravens. Corey, you had said this was going to be the upset game. Are you going to stick to that? Corey is going with the Rams.
Because he wants to lose.
So, Nate, your pick. Soon I'm going to learn all these things because you keep playing them.
Makes me happy.
That's okay. I am also going with the Ravens on this one. After watching last week's game, the Ravens quarterback is definitely got something going on this year. And it may take, right now,
MVP.
It's going to take a playoff-worthy team to beat him. And that is the way that's going to happen. So, wow, we're almost at 3 hours.
Cheese and rice.
All right.
Week 13.
Week 13. Let's see. So, Gail actually has the first pick. Uh-oh, did I not? Oh, yeah, I didn't copy. I need to do this now. Because we have so many more active members joining us. Control C.
You're only making the length of this podcast even longer.
I know. I didn't realize that everybody was going to be, that we were going to pick on Thursday. Just another thing I got to do. Good thing we have Thanksgiving. We can do drops all day long. All right, so Mo. Let's just get Mo's in here because she probably went to bed.
I'm pretty sure she did.
Yes, like I said, she wanted to go to bed like an hour ago.
So Mo picked Dallas. Oh, nope. That is going to be the Lions. Then she picked Dallas. And no, she picked the Bears. That was almost bad. And the Saints. So Mo is going to be the picker for all three games on Thanksgiving. So if she picks wrong, oh, they're playing the Falcons.
Oh, she picked all three?
She picked all three.
Oh, a brave woman.
Yes, but she picked the Falcons playing the Saints. So is it really that hard to pick?
Well, the Falcons already beat them once.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I did not realize that.
Yeah.
That's one of their very few wins?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. All right, so Gail, your Thursday 12:30 pick Detroit Lions, Chicago Bears.
Lions.
Gail's going with the Lions at home. Corey is not picked yet. 12:30, Corey. Detroit Lions hosting the Chicago Bears. It means no worries. Corey, you can't go with the Bills. They're not playing. That's the game. So Corey is going with the Bears. Are you picking the Bills for the next game, Corey? See, Dallas Cowboys over the Buffalo Bills, because technically he's the first pick for that game. I need a yes, no on you, Corey. He goes, yes, he's picking the Bills over Dallas. So, we forgot to pick our Chicago Bears-Detroit game. So, Nate, Detroit Lions, Chicago Bears.
What?
Hey, Barbie.
What?
You got to pick Detroit Lions or the Chicago Bears.
Oh, I got this.
They still have an awful fight song. I'm going with the Bears. Past couple of seasons, the Lions haven't done so well on Thanksgiving, so I'm going with the Bears.
They're playing the Bears.
They're playing the Bears, but the Bears have already beat them this year.
At Soldier Field.
This is true. But didn't they beat them quite handily at Soldier Field?
There's a difference between Soldier Field and Ford Field. Just remember that.
Yeah, isn't Ford Field a dome?
No, Ford Field is open, and it's in
Really?
Chicago. So there's a difference between the home field and the away field. So I am going with the home team and picking the Lions at Ford Field.
Yeah.
Versus Chicago Bears at home at Soldier Field.
Right. But I'm also going with a record on Thanksgiving. The Detroit Lions have lost, I think, the last 3 years, if not longer, on Thanksgiving.
They're playing the Chicago Bears at home.
On Thanksgiving.
Right. They haven't played the Chicago Bears at home on Thanksgiving in quite a long while.
No, it has been a long while for them.
So again, you have a very struggling Mitch Trubisky, a very struggling Chicago team that isn't at home.
Right.
Playing against the Detroit Lions at their home.
On Thanksgiving, which they typically lose.
They will not have Matthew Stafford. So that is the only other part where I would lean Chicago. But again, I don't feel confident in Chicago being away from their home.
Well, we'll know by 3:45.
Yep. We got another game to pick?
Yeah. So since Corey picked that one, you have the Dallas Cowboys Buffalo Bills game.
And look at it go! He could go all the way! Touchdown! 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 The Bills make me wanna shout. Kick your heels up and shout. Throw your hands up and shout. Throw your head back and shout. Come on now, the Bills are making it happen.
Without knowing the outcome of this week,
Stand up now, come on and shout.
I don't want to say it,
Come on, you say you will.
but I say I will.
You say you will.
The Buffalo Bills will beat the... But it's Thanksgiving. Cowboys have won the last 6 years in a row on Thanksgiving. You know what? We're going to split these games. I ain't going with the Dallas Cowboys. 4:30 on Thanksgiving. They play very well at home on Thanksgiving.
Do they though?
Yeah, there's something about Thanksgiving that just does it for them. Gail, what are you picking? You're picking the Cowboys too. All right. So we have almost made it 3 hours. I will definitely have to split this up for Facebook. And it looks like everybody's probably gone to sleep except for Mike. But I'm sure Mike will text me with his picks after all this is over. And I will make sure I get his picks up so that way we can try and beat the Nate. And
No, that's the wrong button.
Yep, that's the wrong
I was
button.
like, why isn't it getting quiet?
So I hope you all have a great night. Good weekend.
Thanks for getting me involved. Very tired now. LOL. Good night, my friend. Aww.
All right, Mike. We will talk to you later. This is the longest show we've ever done. This is actually a normal time length for a sports talk radio show.
They're usually about 3 to 4 hours.
3 to 4 hours.
That's because we did so much news.
We did. We had a lot of news this week.
I'm pretty tired.
So,
Thank
good
God
night,
I'm
y'all.
home now.
Check you. We'll see you next week. It'll probably be it'll be earlier. We'll make sure we post on all the social medias.
Yes.
So that way you can try and get on with us. Will be Thursday. We may do something Wednesday night, but that'll be a surprise if we do.
I wouldn't count on a Wednesday
And
night.
that would be just a Facebook thing.
Ugh.
But now that the Houston Texans have beat them and Nate is down by 1.
Look, there's still time for a comeback.
The game is over.
It doesn't matter. It's not over until it's over.
That's all, folks.
Okay, zoom out, eh?
Oh, that's not what I meant.
That's all, folks. That's all, folks.
Bye.